Well, hello everyone, and welcome to another edition of the United Gamedom podcast. This is episode 46. I'm your host for this week, Dennis, and as usual, I am joined by the fighting Irishman himself, Mr. Darren Moore.
Hello.
How you doing?
I'm doing fine this week. I'm still alive.
Yeah,
I'm still here.
you still there?
If you can hear me, that means my upgrading my PC went not really without a hitch though, but it went all fine and dandy in the end, and my PC didn't explode, and I didn't die in a fire or anything like that now.
Yeah, I know you had a couple of problems with the upgrading at some point.
Yeah, this is like the last time we recorded. It was before I got my parts for upgrading my PC. I basically talked about them, but that is since then I acquired them. It was a few days later, and I installed the new graphics card and a new power supply and more RAM. And it didn't go off without a hitch though, because I spent a good 3 hours on the Thursday evening trying to put it all together, because it was a real hassle removing the old power supply because of all the fucking different wires, and some of the wires were stuck behind this like sort of crevice thing,
Okay.
and I had to disconnect all that stuff, and it just took forever to do. And then installed that one in, and then put the graphics card though, but then it's just like you trying on again, switching on. I was like, oh, okay, it's coming on, that's good sign. And all of a sudden, nope, it's not picking up the boot drive. It must not have connected properly, and then just worked on it again, and wasn't coming on again then afterwards though, and I just said, I'll just leave it till tomorrow though, because I have to go to work shortly. And then did it in the morning then, and then put it on, fixed it up, found out what the problem was, and it's running fine and dandy ever since.
Oh, that's good.
It's a great graphics card.
It works well.
I'll be talking about Tomb Raider later. I played it on ultimate settings, and it looked fucking glorious.
Oh, that's good. So you changed only you changed the power supply and the video card?
Yeah, because I needed a better power supply than the one
Yeah.
I had though. Because all I had was like the one I had in the thing was like 450 max, like 500 pig, which was not gonna do whatsoever for this graphics card. I think people basically say you need a minimum of 500 though. I have like, this is the ones that I have is a 600 watt one.
Yeah.
And I have basically, for people who don't know, I got like a Corsair sort of this gaming edition thing, 2013 power supply, a HIS HD Ice QX 7870, and just a 2 GB RAM stick.
Okay.
So now not the 8 GB though. So I think it's pretty much the same as yourself. I think I pretty much have the same sort of specs as yourself now,
Yeah, I think we're
for the
pretty
most
close
part.
to.
Probably except for the processor.
Yeah, well, I have a i7, so
Yeah, well, i7, yeah, but I don't know what the gigahertz is now. Well, mine's 2.8 though, and
I think you're higher.
you said you had 2.4 on Twitter though, but I don't think that's the case. I think it should be higher than that, because this is like 2 years over, nearly 3 years old at this point. This computer.
Yeah, let me take a look here, but I'm pretty sure it's not that high. I think. Hold on, let me go into my computer properties. Here we go. Oh, you're right. It's 3.60
Yeah.
gigahertz. So
And yeah, oh, you knew what it shouldn't be 2.4. Is like, really?
yeah, that's my old one.
Got yours
I was still
Yeah,
thinking.
you got me. Yeah, you got an up a new computer, and yet the flipping processor's still weaker than I am. Mine's like older. No, I couldn't be 2.4. Yeah, 3.6. Yeah.
Yeah, 3.6 gigahertz of processor power. So
Yeah.
that's pretty cool. Can play pretty much whatever I want on this. It's great.
Yeah, that's probably the only thing that's on mine nowadays, because mine's an older version of i7. Like, it's an 860 one. It's only 2.8 gigahertz. That's pretty much probably the most out of date thing that's on my computer now.
Yeah.
Well, probably apart from the operating system, because it's Windows 7 still, but I'm not going to Windows 8 anytime soon.
No.
Ugh.
No, you better not go to Windows 8. Not right away. Wait a while. Maybe even skip Windows 8. Go to Windows the next one. I don't know if it's going to be 9 or whatever they're going to call it. So I'd wait a generation. I'll stick with 7 for the moment. Works
Yeah,
fine.
you have 7, don't you?
Yeah, it works fine. No problem here. Works perfectly well.
Yeah, like I never used Vista now. Like I had Windows XP and then I went straight on to 7 with a sneak computer, and I really like Windows 7 though.
Yeah, it's very good.
Yeah,
I had
I know
Vista.
like some. You had Vista?
Yeah, I had Vista on one of my older PCs, and it wasn't very, very, very good. It was kind of crappy, kind of a crappy operating system. Didn't recognize most of the drivers. Like if you installed something, if you put something in, like a new video card or something, it didn't recognize the drivers, so you'd had to go online or you'd have to install from the disk the drivers, and then go online to get the latest versions because
Yeah,
Windows
so
didn't
pretty
do it.
much
So
made things bit more bothersome than they should be.
yeah, exactly. Now if you install something, Windows 7 says, "Oh, there it is. Okay, I found it. Here's the
Yeah.
driver." So
Although when it basically asks you if you want to update to the latest driver, it doesn't update to the latest driver, it just updates to sort of a
default.
driver. It's kind of outdated by that point.
hmm Kind of updates the default, I think. So
Yeah, it doesn't update the actual latest driver. You basically have to go on the site and download it, which I did. Like I
yeah.
didn't install any of the software on the CD I got though. Just basically said, yeah, just download from the latest. Just download the latest drivers. You're not on
Yeah.
the AMD site.
They give you the CDs if you're really stuck, like if you don't have internet or
Yeah,
Windows doesn't recognize it or something. You can go, especially for a video card. If you don't have any video, that's kind of hard to go on the internet. So you install from the CD, gives you the basic drivers, and then you go from there.
yeah, exactly.
So that's cool.
But yeah, I'm still here. I'm still here. I'm basically like I haven't played this. The only game I really played is like Tomb Raider, and tried out a bit of Bioshock with it though, and had it in ultra settings.
hmm
And but the thing is, I only played like the first 5 minutes so just to see how it was, and it was running like 60 frames per second though. But I heard it might slow down or something once you get to like the main city itself now.
Yeah, there are a couple of parts. Yeah, when you get to Colombia, there are a couple of parts that it slows down. Even on my PC, I mean, it really. Some parts when when you turn around, it kind of lags a little bit, like he's hitching a little bit. So yeah, it did do that a couple of times. So
Yeah, I'll play that game again down the road though, but like since it's not been so long since I actually finished it though, it's like I'm not gonna bother playing through this for the time being.
yeah,
I'll just wait.
I kind of wanted to go back, but then I'm like, do I want to go back and spend another 17 hours playing it? It's like not really.
Yeah, you're better off doing it like when like some good time passes
hmm
though, and like you sort of forget things though, because if it's still sort of fresh in your memory, it's no point playing a game. It's like, oh, I know what's gonna happen next. Oh, I know what to do,
hmm
etc., etc.
But apparently you can piece the pieces of the puzzle a little bit easier if you know the outcome
Yeah,
of the story. So when you
yeah. Like I got most of the voxophones anyway when I went through it though. I think I missed like four or so on like one of the connectoscopes.
hmm
So I pretty much got all like most of this gist of the things, like the whole, Comstock being sterile and all that sort of like, tests and stuff, like
yeah.
what they're doing and all that there.
hmm Yeah, and the turn of events and everything. So I watched
Yeah,
a couple of I watched the giant bomb thing, and I watched a couple of other videos. I looked at the forum on giant bomb. I don't know if you
with Negative Brad,
say what.
with Negative Brad, the spoiler cast.
I don't know. I didn't watch. I didn't listen to the. You mean the actual spoiler cast on the?
Yeah, it was because Brad, I don't know why, though Brad seems to be flipping cynical of everything
Yeah,
nowadays.
he kind of is.
He really does.
He kind of is. When they were playing, I don't know if you caught this week when they were playing once again Castlevania on.
Yeah, well, I just flicked through it, of course.
But they were playing it, and I don't know. Brad like let out a comment, and everybody started making fun of him. Like Jeff was like, "What? It's only the best game, the best Castlevania game ever," and you're saying what for those idiots who like this game and stuff like that. And they're really like because I think Brad talks before he thinks or something like that. So
Yeah. It didn't seem to be that way before though, but like since this year, he's been pretty just like cynical of everything. He just basically beats like the guy loves to complain more than he actually likes to talk about good
yeah,
stuff.
yeah, he always
As illustrated, if you listened to this podcast last year, where I spent a fucking hour just ripping Resident Evil 6 to
hmm
pieces, where I just got to a point that just wanted to complain about, just wanted to talk about it, complain about it just for the sake of complaining.
yeah.
Just fucking went through every nook and cranny. This is crap, this is crap, this is crap, blah blah blah.
hmm Well, I don't think he was like that before. I don't know what changed for him since that time, but yeah, it's
Yeah, but then again, he had Mass Effect 3 as his game of the year.
yeah.
Oh!
Yes, it's exactly.
Nah, like, I don't know, again, each to his own, no, but, like, yeah. Because he had a different experience, so. But even if I did have that experience, I still wouldn't have. I
Yeah.
don't still wouldn't have enjoyed it as much as 2, though.
It's not game of the year material in my opinion. Not really.
The fact is, the side quest stuff was just done very sloppy. It's done very sloppy.
Yeah.
It's like nosy fucking side quests, more like.
Yeah. Like I am
But the thing
listening
is,
on.
they didn't have the much time.
Yeah.
Though he had like the 18 months or so. Because rush it out, get it done.
Mhm. Yeah, when you rush things out, that's what happens. Some games that are rushed out don't do very well usually. So
Yeah.
we've had plenty of examples of that. So
I think I heard The Walking Dead Survival Instinct actually did alright though.
it did. Really?
Yeah. I think I seen it somewhere there in the news or something said did alright in the sales. It's like, oh, what a surprise.
Yeah.
Probably because of the TV show. Even if the game did suck
hmm
balls.
Yeah, probably people who watch the TV show. They said, "Oh, we're going to get this game. Looks like a little bit it has to do with the TV show and all that." And that's interesting, and probably a couple of people who never play video games just bought it. To
Yeah.
see.
I said, yeah, good job, good job, guys. Yeah, you like the show, good on you and all that there, but don't play this game. It sucks. Go play the other Walking Dead game, which is not based on the TV show, but is a million times
Yeah.
better.
Not based on the comics or anything, but it's
Well, it's kind of loosely based on the
yeah,
comics,
loosely,
so,
but more or less, I would say.
but it's like, yeah, it was mostly original characters.
hmm So yeah, it's I also changed a couple of things on my side, my internet connection. Kind of modified it a little bit. I went to I can now download at 60 megabits per second.
Oh, nice. So you're nearly as fast as I am then.
Yeah, almost. And I can is it download? Yeah, I can download at 10 megabits per second.
You mean upload?
Upload, yeah. I'm sorry. I can download from 60 and upload from 10.
Yeah.
And
So you're pretty much nearly around the same as me then.
mhm.
Just
It
so you're pretty much getting for the most part my speeds now anyway.
yeah.
So
And I
makes a world of difference,
yeah, very much so.
especially when you're downloading Steam. Like when I'm downloading games from Steam, I can get like fucking 8-9 megabytes a second on a game. Like fucking download like a 10 gigabyte game like that.
mhm. Exactly.
No problem.
Yep. Yeah, I downloaded what did I download yesterday? Surgeon Simulator 2013. Like I downloaded that from Steam, and it took me only a couple of seconds. It was really, really fast. Like it went up to 8 or 9 per second, so that's pretty cool. And I now have unlimited internet, so I can download as much as I want, stream as much as I
Yeah.
want. So yes, of course I paid a price for it, but it's pretty cool nonetheless.
Yeah.
So
It's great though. Like I would fucking hate it though if I had to have I had the bandwidth cap though. It was like that'd be like forget me because I download a lot of stuff. I download like podcasts and this like archive of this radio show and the games and all that there. And if
Hmm.
I had like a sort of say 200 gigabyte bandwidth or something, I'd say,
Yeah.
yep, I'll probably fucking go over that nearly every
And
month.
if you stream, stuff,
Yeah, stream.
that
Yeah, like I
counts.
said, I've been watching a lot of 24 on Netflix,
Hmm.
so there you go. And like on like online as well, like YouTube videos and the like.
Yeah, that's all streaming, so people don't know that really, but
Yeah, some people say, "Oh, it's just downloading, and uploading stuff." No, watching stuff, streaming, all that stuff. That counts towards your bandwidth cap, folks.
yep. So that's why I got
And some
unlimited.
people be,
I
yeah,
used to pay my extra every month, so now the money's gonna go to pay the unlimited internet, so I can do
yeah.
whatever I want.
How much is that now?
It cost me maybe $30 more per two
Right.
months, so it's not that bad. So I guess $15
Yeah.
more per month.
Will I pay? It's like £30 though, plus like this 15 or £16 like line rental,
Hmm.
and that's like £46 or so. But like me and my brother Steven split that, so it's like 20 odd pound a month then.
Okay, that's good. That's good.
But like I don't care, it's worth it. If it is still pretty pricey, but I think it's worth
Hmm.
it. I haven't had really much any problems with it whatsoever. It's just like it's always been running pretty smooth, pretty great.
Yeah.
Like every time if I say sometimes it's like, oh, this is going slower than usual, and I check the speed test, it's like 0.0 something's like okay, I just restart the router and it's like go bang, it's back to
Yeah.
normal.
And
Unlike Brad, who had, did you see his tweets
yeah. Yes.
where his speed was like 0.05 or something? Like, jeez, it's back to dial-up.
Yeah. That's even slower than dial-up, I think.
Yeah, it's like jeez,
So
snail's pace.
yeah, exactly. So besides that, was a pretty eventful week, I would say, in I guess worldwide. Whole.
Yeah, exactly.
So
The Tuesday, basically the Boston Marathon happened.
yeah, well,
I think that's like the first in the season or
yeah,
something.
Monday over here, and
Or was it Monday,
yeah,
was
it's
it? Or
Monday.
was it
It's
Tuesday?
Monday.
Was it Monday? Okay.
Yeah, and bombing at the Boston Marathon, and 3 people killed, and 177, I think, wounded or something like that.
Right.
So
Yeah. Because I just basically was on Twitter though, and it's all of a sudden just hear these things about breaking bombing at the end of the Boston Marathon.
yeah,
It's like, jeez. And then, like, everyone was tweeting about it then. I was like the big sort of news of the week then.
yeah. Then when there was the explosion in Texas, then
Yeah, the fertilizer plant as
yeah.
well. Yeah, because I watched it I was on the news, like the American news thing. It was on shown here during the night at
Mm-hmm.
work on BBC Channel, and I think it showed a video of it or something. And just to hear like big exploding and the fucking camera shaking. I was like, whoa.
Yeah,
It's like, jeez, if you were in that British, you would be dead.
yeah. I think there's 40 or 50 odd dead or something like that, and a couple of like 500 or 600 wounded or something like that.
Yeah,
So
there was an earthquake as well there a few days ago as well. I was like,
yeah, I think
jeez.
yesterday in Japan, I think it was
I think it's China, I
China,
forget.
probably.
It's like, jeez, like fucking bunch of disasters happening this week.
Yeah, it's pretty. It was a pretty eventful week, but thankfully they caught. Well, they killed one of the brothers from the Boston Marathon thing, and they caught the other one. So
Yeah, and like everyone was tweeting about it as well. Like just when they were, cat fucking surrounding him and all that there. And like one of the tweets I seen, someone retweeted things that this is the longest episode of Cops ever.
yeah, yeah. But yeah, they like Boston was in full lockdown on Friday. Everybody had to stay in, and
Yeah, it was just basically stay in your homes. We're gonna catch this sucker.
yeah, manhunt going on in Boston. It was pretty wild, and then they caught him, and everybody was happy over there. So that's good. That's good for them. I mean, it's you feel safe when stuff happens like that.
So unfortunately, it's just too bad stuff like that can't happen faster elsewhere for certain events as well. Sometimes a certain event like that happens, and it might be years or might never catch the perpetrators.
Yep. Which is really, really, really too bad. You wish, you wish, people would, get on it or something, or catch them or something like that.
Yeah.
But, you know,
Like there's a thing over here. There was this girl that was like missing, stolen. Like she went missing, or like this young girl. Her name was Madeline McCann. Um, and she was only like a few years old, and she was with her parents in I think it was Portugal now.
okay.
And this was back in '07, and she was in her room. Apparently, this is the story. Like, she was in her room with her with her twins, like twin brother or sister. I forget whether it was sisters or brothers or something, or just brother and sister. I think apparently she was unsupervised. I think like a nanny or something was next door or something. A song was in this like hotel or villa or something though, and like her parents went out, and she was taken.
Hmm.
And this is 6 years ago now, coming like May, and she's never been found.
Damn.
And people speculate. There's some people out there feel that the actual parents have something to do with that, and there is people to this day still think that they have something to do with that.
Okay. Why would you take your
So
own kid?
no, but that does just has something to do with the whole thing. No, I don't know, but the fact is, like, it's been 6 years later, and I've never found the. Like that's goes to show, like, some things just go on forever, and other ones, take just a few days, like the ones at the Boston.
Hmm.
But the thing is, she was unsupervised.
Yeah.
No one was there, because I don't know, like, apparently that was the story though when that came out there, that she was on her own with her, like, like her brother's sister or whatever. I forget. I think it was twins anyway, and like their granny or something was like next door or like somewhere, and the parents went out though, and she was basically taken.
Hmm.
I was like, yeah. And I'm sorry, like, this is the thing. I said it back then. I'll say it here now. I'm sorry for the fact is about that, but the fact is she was unsupervised, so no one to blame but yourself.
Yeah, that's true. You don't leave kids like that young, unsupervised.
Yeah, I think she was like 3 or something. She'd be like 10 now. It was like
Yeah.
2007. That happened.
Like I know my little niece is gonna be 3 next month, and you cannot leave her unsupervised for like 2 seconds because she's gonna go. She's gonna run away. She doesn't. They don't know better at that age. At that age, so you cannot leave them unsupervised. You always
Yeah,
need to have somebody with them. So I know how that is. So for them to leave, that kid unsupervised, it's kind of dumb. It's kind of ridiculous. Maybe they thought, she's going to be safe or whatever. But
yeah. I think because the fact is that they are like granny or nanny or something was nearby
hmm.
and should be fine. But the fact is, these kind of things happen on a regular basis
Yep.
nowadays, where childs get abducted,
Hmm.
and pretty much sometimes you may never find them, and sometimes you find them several weeks later, basically dead in a
Hmm.
ditch. And that's been the case with other ones in here in the UK, especially, where it's like young girls, like 10 years old or something, abducted, and then their their bodies are found like a week or so later.
Hmm. Yeah, it's a pretty, especially today, it's a pretty crazy world we live in. So you gotta,
Yeah, indeed it
you
is.
gotta
Just full of.
look out for each other, and take care of take care of yourselves because it's a pretty fucked up world that we live
Yeah,
in now.
indeed it is.
I don't remember having stuff like that when I was younger, and now it's like
No.
bomb. Yeah, there were bombings. There were a couple of bombings here, and
Yeah, there were murders, there were like, killings, there were all sorts of stuff though. The problem is there was no internet.
yeah, there was no internet. There was no yeah, the press wasn't as present as they are today. Like
Yeah.
CNN, that didn't exist. Back when I was younger. I mean, yeah, CNN's been.
They got a slacking and not Fox News this week as well with the flipping like CNN got it based because they give misinformation or something, didn't
Yeah,
they?
yeah,
Apparently.
they gave misinformation. I don't know what it was, but um, they because they're always trying to be the first ones to report something, so you can say, "Oh, this happened," and it's not really what happened, and then everybody's like, "Oh." So I you can't really trust the news either. So unless it's
No,
confirmed.
especially Fox
Yeah,
News.
Fox News is pretty much glamorizing everything. So
Yeah, it's basically like, whether what was it, right wing or left wing ones flipping. Like they basically. Did you see that video of Jim Carrey did?
yeah,
What was it called, Dead Man's Hand or something?
mhm,
And then went ape shit over it
yeah, yeah,
because the fact is it was like kind of mocking Charlton Heston or something and all that there,
mhm,
and people like using guns and all that there, and then just went ape shit over it.
yeah. Of course, because they're Tea Party extremists. You know what I mean? They're like against abortion and for guns and for everything like that. So if you
Hmm.
go out and mock guns or mock something like that,
They're probably the same kind of people who's against like gay marriage and all that there
yeah,
as well. I
yeah,
guess.
pretty much.
It's like speaking of the guns as well, though, like that is another thing this week as well. That thing failed.
What thing?
That the thing was overruled about the checking for
Oh yeah,
guns,
yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's
checking gun
yeah,
regulations. That didn't pass.
yeah. And Obama was pissed off.
It's like yeah, there was like forget how many senators was his reason. Nope, but it didn't pass. So it was like oh,
Yeah.
people probably say no, NRA paid them off or something.
Yeah, well, the NRA has a very big presence in the United States, so, probably the senators said, we're getting money from those guys, so we're not gonna decide on, voting against them, so whatever. So, it's really dumb that they don't have regulations over there. It's
No,
really,
they basically say yeah, everyone can go and pick up a gun or something,
yeah, pretty much.
and events like the Newtown shooting and like Columbine and all that stuff that's happened in the past will still just continue to happen on a more consistent basis.
Yeah, the bombings at Boston, in Boston, it's stuff like that. Those guys were armed to the fucking teeth. Like the shootout they had Thursday night between them and the police. They were throwing explosives at the police. You know, so
Right.
those guys were armed to the teeth apparently. So and they had plans to do even more damage because they had a bunch of explosives and everything.
Yeah, I think they were, but I think maybe because the fact is, I think they were caught and like there was surveillance footage. Like, oh, they might have seen us. Oh, yeah, no point doing it now because then we know
Yeah,
they pretty much know who we are.
yeah, but they're gonna catch you. I mean, you do something like that, you're watched everywhere. So it kind of reminded me of Watch Dogs a little bit. They kind of cameras everywhere and they see what you're doing and they can
Yeah.
easily identify you and see who you are. So there's no way you can escape from doing stuff like that. So
Exactly.
I don't even know why they
For the most
try.
ones, for certain sometimes though, but some people do escape.
Hmm. They do, but I don't even know why they try to do stuff like that. Nonetheless.
Just they're just not right in the head though. Sometimes some people do, and just because of their beliefs and all this here as well.
Yeah.
It's just I don't know. Just
Well, those
they just
guys,
like to know what
they're
goes through
extremists.
those people's heads.
Yeah, they're extremists. I mean, they try to pass their message in a violent way. So you know, they try to like these guys. They're Muslims, though, so they're not all Muslims are the same way, but they're extremists. Like they were saying that American women are too free, like they have too much freedom. They should, be tied down like Muslim women, wearing all these, drapes all over their face and all that. So
Yeah.
they were saying they're too free. They have too much freedom and all that. So and being extremists, well, what do? You plant bombs where people can see you and do as much damage as you can. So sadly for the people of Boston, too bad for them. I mean it's really heartbreaking to see, what happened and the images and all that. So people being ripped to shreds by those bombs. Apparently limbs falling
Yeah,
off and everything.
it's terrible though. I think that the London Marathon happened here today, and I think it went off without a hitch, I believe.
Yeah, there must have been a whole bunch of security there, though.
Yeah, they must have. Yeah, I'm sure they probably tightened up security after what happened in Boston.
Hmm.
It's like, yeah, this is just in case something similar happened here. You never know.
Yeah, I think it was the first marathon of the season. Like there's one in Ottawa here in Canada, not I think next week or something like that, or the week
And
after
yeah,
that.
New York one happens. I don't know when, but I
Yeah.
know it happens sometime as well. But like, yeah, London's the one we here though. It always happens like in late April anyway. I know
Hmm.
that.
So it'll never be the same for marathons. You're going to have like security everywhere, checking everything, checking everybody.
Yeah, it's the same like after 9/11,
Yeah.
air, airport security and all that they're tightened up,
Yeah.
and like the things you can bring on the planes and all that there is reduced as well, etc.
Hmm. I know it's a little bit looser now, but it's still there's a whole lot of security to, compared to before 2011 happened. So
You
2001.
2001, 9/11.
Yeah, exactly. 2001, 9/11. That's what I wanted to say. So yeah, pretty sad news. Pretty sad week worldwide. So hope prayers go out to all those people. Of course, if you're of that belief, and if not, thoughts go out to them. So you got to stay safe, people. It's just
Yeah, this is why I don't go out.
yeah. Well, I'm pretty much the same as you, dude. I mean, everything that's happening. I know it's the United States that happens pretty much all the time over there, but you never know. You never know some crazy people somewhere. So
Yeah, 'cause I want like I won't be the kind of person who wants to go walking down a dark, road like down a path, dark 3 in the morning now after going to the pub or something.
hmm.
It's like, yep, I feel totally
Yeah,
unsafe.
exactly. So yeah, it's a pretty wild, and I take the metro pretty much every day, so that's another thing. You never know what's going to happen. Something could happen. Something, I don't know. Somebody could throw some bombs in there or something. You never know. So it's pretty crazy world. But I don't have a choice to take the metro to go to work. So you know,
Yeah,
I don't want it to cost me like $50 a day to go to work. So I really don't have a choice in the matter.
yeah, I take a taxi to work, and then like some I one day like I take either the bus or my mother collects me though, like in the Saturday, like during the
Okay,
weekends.
he picks you up.
I really should learn how to drive though. I'm 28 coming. I'm 28 tomorrow week,
Yeah.
and still I've never actually learned how to drive whatsoever. I not even taken a lesson. I never took like the theory test or anything like that
Hmm.
though. I don't know. I like to drive. I just haven't bothered my ass to do so.
Yeah, you should go get your permit. It's not very long, I think. You have maybe a couple of courses to take, and you go pass your test, and you get it, and I think do you have a learner's permit for a while?
The main problem is though the fact is you try to look for a car and then there's like insurance and all
Oh
that
yeah,
there. It's like got the fucking ass and like yeah. If I want to do that there, it's like yep, no buying of games for a good while afterwards.
yeah. Of course, if you get a car and insurance, that's something else you have to pay. So
Yeah, it's like yeah, I'd basically be further in the hole than I already am with my fucking student loan, which I'll never pay off. I'll basically be paying that until I'm dead.
hmm. Yeah, you don't. I think you don't pay a whole lot of that off, right?
No, it's like every year I get like every month my wages are basically like a couple of pound or so. It's like £8 or something for it. It's usually like £4 to £8 or something, and then after certain, I forget. It's not like at the end of each year. It's like at the end of a certain year
Hmm.
anyway. Like forget what month it is. It basically get the statement says, oh, you paid this much, and then it's like, but this comes back in like interest or something. It's like yeah, great. Well, say like I paid £100 a year or something. They go yeah, it's like 120 now. back in with interest or something. It's like, yeah, what's the point? I'm not even paying anything. I'm fucking gaining bit by bit each year rather than paying it off at this rate.
Yeah, it's like you're always digging like a bigger hole as you pay.
Yeah, I'm not even paying it off pretty much. I'm just paying off and then getting more back in. It's like, yeah, I tell you, I'll be dead before I pay this off.
Mhm.
And anyway, I think it's like $8,000 I owe.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah. The fact of the matter is, I didn't even I didn't what was the point of going anyway when I didn't even get a bloody job in the field I went
Yeah,
for?
that sucks. That sucks. My sister's the same way. Like she went to university to get I think it's biochemist, like a chemistry biochemist.
Mm.
So she got her degree and everything, and she hasn't done that at all. Well, she did it a little bit for a little while, but not very long. And then she was a substitute teacher for a while, and now she's taking courses again, home courses to become a interior designer. So you see how it is. Like it changes. You go from thing to thing. You never. It's really some people do. Study and work in the field. That they wanted to, but over here it's really rare. I don't know a whole lot of people who actually studied and are working in that field that they started off in.
No.
So.
I think the main problem with me was because I went to university in Edinburgh,
Okay.
and after the year I just wanted to get home because I was pretty homesick. So
Mhm.
I wanted to see if I could find a job around my area where I live though, but there was fucking nothing really.
Okay.
It's like, yeah, if I wanted to actually get a job in the field, I was best just to stay there, but I didn't really want to.
Mhm.
But like, yeah, if I can go back and change my mind, I would do. If I go back and went that way, I would.
Yeah.
But too late now.
Yeah. Well, it's never too late, honestly. But it's.
Yeah, but like I'm not going to go back to college now and try to study for something else and then get further into it, no, get more student loans and crap like that, like more loans or whatever, paying that off and all that. There, it's like, yeah, I'll be dead. I'll be dead. I die of death.
You die of death.
Yeah,
Okay.
I will die with a death, pretty much.
Okay. I heard you die of death, like DEATH. I was saying.
With death, yeah, DEBT, I'm not dead, dead. Like I'm in the hole.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, I paid off mine. Like I had a couple of bonuses at work, and I said, okay, paying everything off one shot, boom, and that was it. And I was rid of
Lucky
that.
you.
So, of course, I pay other stuff, but it's when you're rid of a debt, I know exactly how it is, and when you're rid of it, it's like freaking you taking that monkey off your shoulder, and you're really free of it. But I can understand where you're coming from. It's
The
kind of
only way that I'd ever pay that debt is if I somewhat win 10 grand or something. It's like, yeah, if I was lucky enough to win £50,000 or something, like that, the first thing I would do is I'd pay that off
yeah,
in a
of course,
heartbeat. It's like, get that fucking monkey off my back, get that anchor off
yeah.
me.
And then you take other classes probably. No,
No,
you wouldn't want to go back to school,
no,
studying video games or something. There are video game classes now. You know that, right?
yeah, but I'll have to basically move.
Yeah, you have to move to Montreal. We have some video game classes here.
Yeah, I'm not gonna move all my stuff. Forget
Go
it.
to Ubisoft University. There's
Yeah,
a university, Ubisoft University here. You can study in video games. So it's on the it's where Ubisoft is in Montreal. There's a college right next to it, and you can go to school there. But it's very very pricey. I was thinking about it, but it costs a whole lot. So I said no,
tell you the truth, though, I think I'd rather just play video games and actually
not study them.
develop them.
You wouldn't want to study in video game like you can study in video game history. I mean it's the same thing as music or books or there's video game history.
Yeah, like all that there would be good and all. yeah, that'll be good and all, but like in terms of like actual development design and all that there, it's like yeah, not really, because the fact is, so I like to play a lot of games, and the fact is they work so fucking hard, so many hours, like you basically have
Oh yeah,
hardly any time for yourself.
yeah. I wouldn't want to do that either. I wouldn't want to, develop or anything because when you're working on a game, it's pretty much 24/7. So
Yeah, you're basically working long fucking shifts each day, and you're lucky to get like a couple of hours to yourself each day. It's like, yeah, I'm spending 10, 11 plus hours or whatever,
oh yeah,
and flipping on this like certain part of a game, and then you basically move on to the next part, and
yeah,
like after a couple of years, you're finally free for a bit, and then on to the next game.
yeah. After you've worked like 3 or 4 years on your game, you release it, and you have like a month vacation or something, and then it's back to working on the next game. So yeah, I don't think you have to be really really focused and really really, really love it to do something like that because I don't see myself. I would not have the patience to do that at all. So
No, I wouldn't either though. That's why I commend people like that there who can do that sort of
yeah,
thing. Like even if their product ends up being like not as great as they thought it was, though it's like I still have to commend them though,
hmm,
because especially those ones, like the ones have to be pushed to deadlines.
yeah,
Like like I said, Walking Dead Survival Instinct, it's a crap game. But the problem is they were rushed into doing
yeah,
that. They weren't given like a couple of years to do that. They were given like, like a year, 18 months or whatever it
hmm.
was.
And they can't be like Ken Levine and say, okay, I need another like 2 or 3 months to work on this. I need another 5 months, to get the game going perfectly. They can't do that. It's like we need the
Yeah,
game
certain
out.
games you can't do that. You
Uh,
basically you're set with a deadline. Where other ones say, yeah, I need a couple of more months to polish this here. It's okay, take another couple of months. GTA 5, it was supposed to be out
yeah,
soon, but now it was delayed till September.
exactly. Yeah, pretty much a whole lot of games were delayed a couple of times. And in the end, they turned out to be pretty good games. Like Bioshock.
Yeah, like a bunch of them last year, like Tomb Raider, BioShock Infinite, they were delayed till this year, and they turned out to be great.
Yeah,
The delays were in their favor,
exactly.
but that's not always the case.
No,
Aliens Clone Marines, it got delayed numerous times, and then ended up being pretty lazy.
the infamous Duke Nukem Forever
Yeah,
got delayed how many times? And it ended up being, well, you say you enjoyed it, but you
I wouldn't say I enjoyed it. Now it's not so crap. It's not like the devil. It's not like the fucking spawn of Satan or anything like that. Now.
I don't think any
But
game
it's
is.
not like it's not a fantastic game. It's not like it's definitely not a good looking
Yeah,
game.
right. Oh, yeah, I can pretty much see that it's not a good looking game. Just looking at it, I'm like, okay. So, yeah, I mean, you have delays. Some work out well, some work out less well. But if a game is rushed, that's never a good that's never a good sign. When a game is rushed,
No.
it never turns out to be great. Like Army of Two, Devil's Cartel. Have you heard anything about that game since it was released?
I just heard it's not very good. That's pretty much it.
We haven't heard anything from that game. Nobody talks about it. It's like disappeared completely. You know.
Yeah.
And Gears of War
Well,
Judgment.
it was released the same flipping week as BioShock Infinite though, so you are basically not going to get
Yeah.
anything from it.
You're sending your game out to die. You know.
But that's it's not because it's always set up against this bigger game. It's the marketing as
Hmm.
well. If you're not getting publicized by like the marketing team and all that, there, it's just basically going to be left. Like Syndicate,
Yeah, that's what I was gonna
that game
say.
didn't get marketed at all. That got hardly
Yeah.
anything, and it went nowhere.
Yeah, it's a very good game too.
Yeah.
So that's too bad for that. Like a whole lot of other games we can name that barely got any promotional consideration and are freaking fantastic.
Singularity a
Singularity.
few years
Yeah.
ago, it hardly got any publicity, and that's a great game as well.
Very good game. Sleeping Dogs, pretty much. Didn't get a whole lot of publicity.
I think it got more publicity than other
Yeah,
games,
well,
though.
yeah. I mean, I didn't see a whole lot on TV. I don't know if you did, but I didn't.
No.
I mean, they got the publicity from Giant Bomb, pretty much. So, from Vinny Caravella, who played every piece of DLC that was for that game. So, I think me and him are the guys that love that game the most. So,
Yeah. But I love it. I think it's a great game, though. But I won't say I love it as much as you do now. But I still really think it's a fantastic
yeah,
game.
it's sad that we won't see a sequel to that game. It's really sad. It'll never happen.
Yeah.
But,
You still see your shickles to tired out franchises at this
yeah,
point. Like Assassin's Creed, I'm sorry, but I'm just really getting tired of it now.
yep. Assassin's
Getting
Creed.
tired of it, jeez. Like Assassin's Creed 3 didn't end on a good note,
Nope.
and they're going with another 4 now. It's like, yeah, they had an annual edition every since '09.
Yeah, Ubisoft said that we're going to do that anyway. It's going
Yeah,
to be once a
it's
year.
like, yeah, great.
So they're going to kill that franchise.
Yeah, they're gonna run it to the ground now, like Activision have done with several series before.
Guitar Hero.
Tony
Yeah.
Hawk and now Call of Duty. It still sells.
Call of Duty sells. I mean, Call of Duty is not. It's not Guitar Hero. It's not Assassin's Creed. That game, Call of Duty, is going to sell forever.
Assassin's Creed still sells. Like
Yeah, I
this
mean-
last one sold pretty well.
I know, but it's not Call of Duty numbers.
Yeah, of course it's not. Nothing's Call of Duty. It's always the best-selling game of the
Mhm.
year. It's like, oh, this is same old, same old. It's like, yeah. It's like the same old team winning the football here, Man United, same, I just hate predictability. It's like, yeah, it's just so predictable, same old stuff winning, same old stuff selling the best out of the year, blah, blah. I just find it very boring.
Yeah, it's just you never have a surprise anywhere, so it's too bad. Maybe this year GTA 5 will outsell Call of Duty. Maybe.
I doubt it.
Who knows? Surprises down the line, I guess. So, but yeah, we've talked a pretty long while about all sorts of stuff at the beginning of the show.
We're nearly 50, coming off 50 minutes, and we haven't talked about what we've been playing or anything out there.
Well, it's because we don't have a whole lot of news. Like the
Yeah,
news is
that's
very,
pretty
very sparse.
There's only one thing I want to talk about though at length though, even though you couldn't give a rat's ass, so but I want to talk about and give my
Yeah.
thoughts on the situation anyway.
Yeah, so I guess we should get into the games we've been playing and start with you. What you've been playing?
I've been playing a few things this week. I mentioned Tomb Raider, of course, already a few times. I went on and finished that game.
Oh, you finished it? Okay.
Yes, I finished it. Like it was like last week there,
Did you like it?
early
Did
What?
you like it?
Yeah, I really, really liked Tomb Raider. I just couldn't get enough of it. Just at the end, like when I basically was playing on Ultimate Settings, like, man, this game looks fucking
Yeah,
fantastic.
it does.
Like, I had Tress effects on.
Oh, you did? Okay.
It didn't crash it for me once.
No? Okay.
No, I had it on when I got my graphics card. I think it probably was maybe a third through the game at this point when I started playing it with a new graphics card out there, and I had it on ultimate settings. No crashes whatsoever.
okay.
Didn't crash on me once.
Yeah, that's good.
And I played through the rest of the game that way, and it looked fucking glorious. So just some moments in that. There's just some great set piece moments in that, like when you're going through the fucking the Solari fortress,
Oh, yeah.
fucking burning down all around you and all that. There just looked fantastic.
Yep.
You know, the finale of the game when you're in the snow, fucking the snow effects and all that there on the screen. Just like, I basically said I thought my graphics card was going to explode at the end there just because of so much shit was
Yeah.
happening on at the screen.
Did you find the final boss fights easy?
Yeah.
They were easy, huh? I thought they were very, very, very easy.
I think I died once or twice before, like at the final part
Yeah.
though, but in terms of actually fighting the final thing, no, I didn't die there. I was like, once again, final part of the thing, a QTE.
Yep, exactly. The final boss is a QTE. Well, I guess there's two bosses, we could say.
Yeah, there's two. There's pretty much two. There's one of them you face, which was easy enough, and then the other last one's basically a
Yeah.
QTE, which I'm getting. That's getting played out now. It's becoming a bad trend. Final bosses are basically just reduced to
Hmm.
QTEs.
And I don't like the QTEs in Tomb Raider because sometimes they're kind of they happen like too fast or something like that.
I got used to him though. It turned out to be all right though. Toward like as I went along, it's like I didn't mind him so much though. But at the start, it's like, what
Hmm.
man? I'm hitting this at the right time. It's not
Yeah,
doing
exactly.
nothing.
Yeah. And I think sometimes it depends on the way you're placed, but sometimes you don't see the QTE. Like it happened a couple of times to me. Like
Right? I don't think I had that
I
problem
couldn't see
now.
the QTE or something. So, well, maybe they patched it up. That could be. Maybe they patched it. But when I played it,
I think there was a patch actually there this
yeah.
week of it, so there was. But I think this is after I finished it though, or just before I finished it.
Okay. But yeah, it's fantastic game. Tomb Raider's amazing. A really really great game.
Yeah, and basically, as I said in my Twitter there as well, about this easily trumps Uncharted 3 for me.
Oh
Easily.
yeah, yeah, no doubt, absolutely no doubt.
Yeah. There is a part in this game where you go through a wreckage of a ship,
Yeah.
and it's nowhere near as annoying as it was in Uncharted
Oh no,
3.
absolutely not.
Therefore, it beats it all. It beats it automatically for
Yeah.
that.
And I think you were like me when it finished. You want to play. You wanted to play more. You were like, come on, I want to play some more. I want some more of this.
Yeah, it's like that's the thing as well. It's man, I hate to see this end. I just really enjoyed this
Hmm.
game. I just really just couldn't get enough of it. Just some of the set pieces. Like I love the traversal. I love
Oh
the
yeah.
combat
Yep.
though. Just the way like just shooting down enemies and hitting them with like your execution
Yep.
attacks and all that there. Just everything just worked so well. I just couldn't get enough though at this game. It looked brilliant though. I actually liked the story. It was quite interesting.
Hmm.
Um, some of the characters you encountered though were quite interesting. Like the sort of antagonist,
Yep.
Matthias.
And it's great that not everybody survives. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's not like it was one of those lovey-dovey ones where everyone survives. Like yeah, it's like people on our side die.
Yeah.
It's like yeah,
There aren't a whole lot of people that escaped from that island that were stranded on it in the first place. Let's say.
yeah.
So
A lot of people stranded, and there's very few that
very few.
I I'd live to see another
Yeah.
day, live to fight another day, pretty much.
Yep. Exactly. So it really bummed me out when they said, "Oh, it's only going to be multiplayer DLC. We won't have any single player DLC." I was like, "Fuck, man, come on."
But what else could they do really in that island anyway? What was it going to be like more tombs or something? More tombs or
I would have
something?
enjoyed more tombs. I wouldn't mind it. I wouldn't mind that at all. I like the tombs.
They were good though, but like you said before, they were pretty short.
They're short, and the first couple of ones were very easy. Like very easy. You get it.
It's like yeah, you basically do this little puzzle. You have to try to find how to get up this like platform or something,
Hmm.
and then that's pretty much it. He's like, okay, just walk through here. It's like, oh, there's the chest. There you go. That's
Yep.
it. It's pretty much it. That's all there is for the tombs. Too bad. I wish it would be a bit more
Challenging.
longer and puzzle
Hmm.
centric.
A bit more challenging, like Uncharted or something.
Yeah, like Uncharted. Some of the puzzles in Uncharted are pretty. They're not like, oh my god, this is impossible though, but they're a bit
You have to
more
think. Yeah.
tricky
You have to put some
than they
some
are
thought
in
into it.
Tomb
Yeah.
Raider.
Like I wouldn't want Portal ish complicated. Like the final Portal mazes that you have to do are pretty fucking tough. Like I wouldn't want to see that in a Tomb Raider game. Like I mean the degree of difficulty. I wouldn't want to see that in the Tomb Raider game. I don't think it
No.
would fit anyway. So
Like the thing is, there is puzzles in past Tomb Raider games though, but like this one, they're just basically saying this is more about the traversal and combat rather than the actual puzzle
yeah,
solving.
which is fine by me. Honestly, I really enjoyed the combat in that game. Really great.
Yeah. I actually think I actually liked it more than I did on I actually like the combat in this more than I do in Uncharted.
Uncharted 2, even, you would say?
Yeah.
Really? Okay. Yeah, yeah, I think, yeah.
I think I actually really like this. Like I think Uncharted 2 is fantastic though.
Mhm.
Tomb Raider is close, but doesn't quite beat it
Yeah.
though. Because the fact is, the final boss in that game and Uncharted 2 wasn't a
Oh,
QTE.
no. No, he was pretty tough. That was a tough one. Yeah. But yeah, I'm glad you liked it. It's a very good game.
Yeah, no, I really loved it though. Like I was playing it though before I got my graphics card. I was enjoying it though, and then basically once I ordered, it's like I'm not gonna play this until I get the new graphics card,
Change your mind. We changed your mind for you.
then it got it.
Yeah.
No, like I said, I got it before. Like, yeah, I was saying I'm not gonna get that. Yeah, for first of all, I was not gonna get it until this month, and then basically it's like, yeah, you know what? I'll just get it here now because I can get the 30%, like the 20% off it or something on Green Man Games. Like, oh, I'll just get it for £24.
Mhm.
And I said, yep, it was £24 well spent.
Well, that's good. I'm happy you liked it.
Yeah, it's one of my favorite games of the year thus
Oh yeah,
far,
yeah.
for sure.
I would say mine are so far BioShock, Tomb Raider, the top two.
Tomb Raider will be in the top three,
Yeah,
easy.
BioShock also, or
Yeah, I think it'll be at the moment be Tomb Raider, BioShock, and then Ni no Kuni number one.
okay.
But that can change though.
Yeah, my number one's BioShock. Number two, Tomb Raider. Pretty much.
Yeah.
So
I really did enjoy that game though. Just not even gonna touch the multiplayer. Don't even care.
oh, that's right. We can play multiplayer. I have it on PC also.
Yeah.
We should try it out, see how it is.
Yeah, I heard it's not that great
Yeah,
anyway though,
that's
but
what I heard.
I'll doubt I'll try it. I'll just play it for a few matches. Oh, this is typical multiplayer.
Yeah. Apparently the arrow shooting is pretty cool though. I heard in multiplayer. That's pretty much it. So
I really liked the arrows in this game. I really liked it though.
yeah.
Especially sometimes when you actually use like the rope arrow
Mhm.
and hit an enemy and then you pull them down.
Yeah, that was cool.
And then you can execute them then. I really like doing that sometimes.
Yeah, that was pretty awesome. The arrows work really well when you want to stealth around. Like also
Yeah.
that's some stealth well done. Stealth well made.
Yeah,
Yes.
I love as well. Sometimes you could go and you can choke them with the arrow, or you can go and just basically whack, just fucking stab them with the fucking like axe
Yeah.
as well.
It's pretty
And
gruesome.
also like the execution finishers with each of the weapons if you unlock it.
Mhm.
Basically like fucking knock a guy down and basically just put the fucking shotgun right in his head and boom.
It's a very gruesome game for a Tomb Raider game. It's very gruesome.
Yeah, it's not for the faint of
No.
heart.
Very, very gruesome.
It's very quite a mature Tomb Raider game.
Talking about that, did you see the well, coming back to BioShock Infinite? Like I saw some I can't remember where it was, but some people complaining about the gruesomeness of the kills in BioShock Infinite.
Yeah, there has been a bit of backlash about Bioshock Infinite where they say it's a bit too violent. And it's like, okay, I could see where they're coming from though, because they are quite gruesome though, but go play other
Yeah.
games. There's certain games out there that's a lot worse than
Mhm.
Bioshock
Yeah.
Infinite.
Like I can understand like when you use the your arm there, like the mechanical thing that you use to
Yeah, because some of them are pretty gruesome where you can fucking like, snap their necks or like, fucking slam the little thing in their faces or whatever.
destroy
Yeah.
their faces.
Like the first
Yeah.
like the first
Yeah,
one
the very first one.
when you yeah, like when you get the thing, basically the guy pushes the guy into the thing or whatever and then his face just gets fucking diced.
Yeah.
Like that's pretty gruesome.
Yeah, it is. Like there are a whole lot of I mean when you hit people with the electric bolt and their head explodes.
Yeah.
That's pretty much like I look at that and I'm like, oh, that's cool. Like other people are like, oh my god, what the hell? Like freaking out. It's like, come on, play video games more or something. I mean, it's not.
Yeah, I think people just say it's a bit too violent for this world. I think some people just sort of say it doesn't seem to match or fit in with this world.
Well, they didn't. They
Seems
didn't
a
really.
bit into it.
They didn't really understand the story then. They didn't understand the story because it's a very violent place. Like everything they're doing to the black people and the the even the Irish at some points. It's like it's a violent place. So I think the violence has its place in this world. So
Yeah. But like there is games out there where they're just as bad, if not worse. Like go play God of War games.
yeah, exactly.
Like they're really like the God of War 3 and Ascension especially when it's like they're graphically superior. Some of them are pretty gruesome.
Mm-hmm.
Like in God of War 3, there's a kill in it where you kill Hercules. You use these big gauntlets that you get from him. They're called the Nemean Cestus. You basically punch his fucking face through.
Mm-hmm.
Literally.
Yeah.
And you see it. You basically keep punching him and punching down his face. You fucking flatten his face.
Wow. Now that's violent.
And that is, I know that's bad. That is my all-time favorite God of War kill.
Yeah, I've seen that on YouTube. I've seen that kill on YouTube. I was like, oh my god, that's violent.
I know it's pretty gruesome though, but I love. I remember watching that for the first time. I was like, oh my god, just bam, just fucking punched his face right through.
Yeah.
Keep punching him and punching him. It's like, jeez.
Like you can watch a video about the deaths of the gods.
Yeah.
And I saw that and was like, oh my god. Like another one, he just rips. Who is it that he rips the head off? Like he just rips the one that screams like, ah, like can't remember who that is.
Don't know.
Goddamn. He rips his head off and he uses the head as a
Helios.
Yes, that's it. Yeah. He just rips his head off from his body. That was pretty gruesome.
Oh yeah, that one. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's Helios. Yeah, and God of War 3 as well. And like the thing as well, like some of the enemies you kill as well. Like you fucking slice open their like their inwards out.
Mm-hmm.
Like the centaurs and that there, and like in Ascension, you can cut open fucking I forget what their name, like the elephant enemies.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
And see their brain.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
It's like, jeez, like that to me is a lot more gruesome than what you see. Like, sure, they're not humans, but they're still it's pretty gruesome.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, BioShock and Tomb Raider, for example, you do the violence to humans. Well, yeah, maybe people can see it as more topical, and they can go on tirades on that. And, oh my God, I can't believe they do that. But I mean, there are horror movies out there, people, and some of them are really gross. So
yeah, like that Evil Dead's supposed to be pretty gruesome and spots.
Yeah, apparently it's pretty out there. So
yeah. Alright, I've been hearing because some people seem to say it's pretty good.
yeah, I heard good news about it. I heard good stuff about it. So
Will you be going to see it?
I'm not the horror type guy. Like I chicken out. Like I watch those movies and I can't watch anymore. Just change,
I'm not really into horror anyway. It's not because of that. I just find them just pretty much the same.
Yeah, but some stand out.
If you've seen one of them, you kind of seen. If you watch something else, like there's certain things, like there's certain traits of horror films that you see in pretty much nearly every other horror film.
Yeah, but
But there is different sort of kinds of horror films, and sure, some of them are pretty scary though. But I just don't find them that entertaining.
Yeah.
And like speaking of horror films, there's going to be another fucking Chucky film.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
Another one.
That's crazy.
I only found out that I think it was this week there. I was like, seriously? It's going to be, I think it's Curse of Chucky. I think it's just going to be one of those direct-to-DVD ones, though. I think it's basically trying to go back to the older Child's Play films and try to forget the last two because they're more horror comedies than anything. Yeah. Especially the last one.
Seed of Chucky, right?
Oh, God. Seed of Chucky. Chucky masturbating. There you go, folks. That's the low point of the series.
Yeah, those movies are pretty fucking dumb. And there's gonna be
I like the first three, but the last two, bleh.
yeah, there's gonna be another scary movie too. Scary movie 5.
Yeah, that's all right as well. Scary Movie 5.
Yep.
It's like, jeez Louise.
Can't believe that. Jeez Christ. Those movies are
It's
so
like, seriously, like, fucking heck, they just got worse and worse. Like, I like the first one.
yeah, never.
Second one is alright, though, but after that, like, the first one's the best.
Yeah.
Because that was, like, kind of one of the first sort of spoofish movies.
Yeah.
And then fucking, you seen Scary Movie 2, 3, and then every other fucking one. Date movie, epic movie, disaster movies, like, jeez.
Yeah, all those movie type movies.
You know, spoofing on other movies.
Most of them are just fucking horrible.
Meet the Spartans.
Yeah.
Where, oh my god, that movie. There's one funny bit in it where they took they did a like spoof of GTA San, like GTA. That was the only bit I found, you know,
Interesting.
humorous
Yeah.
in that film. Everything else was just awful.
Yep, pretty much.
And they basically fucking did the same gag several times with these judge shows. Like they did like American Idol, American's Next Top Model, and something else, like the fucking same joke several times throughout.
Yeah, those movies are really garbage. Really, really garbage. I mean, I love the first one, like Scary Movie 1. That was great because it was new, spoofing movies. Well, of course, you had like the Naked Gun and all that, but I mean,
An airplane, like, but they weren't spoofs, so but like they were Naked Gun, etc.
Mhm.
Yeah, but like in terms of like sort of the first one, really, that a lot of people recognize as Scary Movie.
Yeah. Well, my favorite spoof movie is Spaceballs, so
Oh yeah, that's right.
that's my favorite
Spaceballs.
one.
I've still yet to watch.
Oh
that.
man, that's a great movie. That's a fantastic movie. Love that movie. Mel Brooks is the man. He's awesome. He's awesome. So Mel Brooks, and you have the Monty Python movies, which are pretty awesome also.
Yeah, Life of Brian.
Yeah,
Love Life of Brian.
those movies are awesome.
He's not the Messiah. He's a very naughty boy.
Yep, Monty Python. Those guys are awesome. So
Yeah.
yeah, those are really good spoof movies and comedies that you can watch. Especially Spaceballs. So you should watch Spaceballs. It's really great. Spoof movie on Star Wars. Pretty awesome.
Yeah, that's back then when certain those films were like great though, and most movies, spoof movies, are just god awful nowadays.
Yeah.
Like really god awful. It's like
Pretty
jeez.
much, yeah. I get.
It's like, okay, enough already. We get it. We're gonna spoof on certain things like Scary Movie 5. I know it take spoofs Inception
Yeah,
and a few other films. It's like, okay, great.
they didn't do a video game spoof movie yet, which surprises me.
Oh God, please.
It really surprises me.
That'll be the fucking.
Well then,
I'd literally go out and killing whoever does that.
well I guess every video game movie is a spoof.
I think everything Fupa Nouveau Bold did is
Yeah.
pretty much a spoof.
Pretty much, and then you watch the Street Fighters and the Mortal Kombat 2s and
Oh yeah,
those movies. It's like, oh my god, those are.
yeah. Super Mario Brothers. There you
Yeah.
go. Need I say more?
That was a bad movie. I went to see that in a theater. It was like, oh god, this is not Mario. You're like, what the hell? But yeah,
Yeah, but bombs are little wee wind up toys.
yeah,
Koopa is a fucking human, but he changes into a big thing at the end.
well, I guess you can have a video game spoof movie. Scott Pilgrim, I guess you can say, is somewhat.
Yeah, but it's based on a graphic novel series,
But yet, still it talks a whole lot. Well,
which has video game references in it
Yeah.
as well though. So,
has to.
but that's a great film. I really like it.
Oh yeah, that's fantastic. That's a great movie. Great movie. I hope they do a sequel. That would be cool.
One they won't though because that's the entire story.
Yeah, I know. So
Because if you read the graphic novel series, that's the entire story. That's all the 6 books.
Yeah.
So if they want to actually do a proper sequel, it's like, yeah, get Brian Lee O'Malley on it and see if he can conjure up something.
Do an original movie, not based on a comic or anything. That'd be cool. But yeah, I guess let's go back to talking about.
This is a fucking Tangent City episode here. It's going to go on 3 hours without us trying not to. Well, once we get the ball rolling.
Yeah.
Finished Homo Knight as well. I've done every single stage in that game. I haven't, got all greats, which is like the best rating you can get in the game.
Mm-hmm.
I enjoyed the game though, but Steph did a review of it though, and she pretty much said something about. I feel that sometimes that they sink in, like the timing's off though. Sometimes where you feel like you actually hit this though, but it doesn't,
Register.
go at the right time or something, and you feel like you die. I get hit by an enemy or fall off a platform or something. Seems like the timing or sinking's off at times, and I pretty much agree with that. That's pretty much the problem I have with that game.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas like, oh, I jumped here at the right time, but oh no, I fell. Where I do it the next time again, it's like, oh, for some reason I was right. I was at that time, and yet the previous time I fell off.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty much that. It just seems quite random. Like I pretty much said this last time, but I pretty much got that feeling with this one. It's a good game though. If you like your rhythm sort of action platformers, then this is a good one to get. Homefront. I finished Homefront. And no, I did not have the problem that you had, Dennis.
Yeah, I know you tweeted me about that. I was like, oh, well, I knew you wouldn't have that problem. Because I had it. And how the fuck did you get past that fucking place?
I don't know what was the problem you had though. I find that like I died I got killed like at right in the start of it though, and then actually had to restart again because I actually fucked up where I actually forgot that I just went onwards after you like stopped like the things of the trucks. I went onwards, like didn't realize the trucks were there.
Okay.
I went on, it's like, oh, get back. It's like, where am I supposed to go? And then it's like, oops. And then I seen them, and then next time, oh, right, I was supposed to stay there near the trucks.
Mm-hmm.
Because I actually didn't notice them their first time round.
But you have a bunch of
And
guys
then,
shooting at you at that point, right?
yeah, shooting at them though, but I've actually forgot. I was just pretty oblivious or something. Must have been. Then I went onwards and pretty much went through it though until like near the end where I basically just went around this, went to the side, and then it's like, just, it's at near the end, like where you're at, like the town or whatever, city. It's like near the bridge part. Well, not near that bridge part, but we just basically just ran around, and there was like fucking 3 or 4 rockets just fired at me, and it's like, yep, I'm not getting, and just got blasted to hell.
Mm-hmm.
I think it took me like 4 tries to do it though, anyway.
Okay.
But I just basically was saying to myself, Dennis has had a problem. I don't know why you had a problem with this.
I don't know why I didn't really try as much as I should have, probably. Like, I tried a couple of times, but I said, oh, fuck this. And I stopped, so...
It's not that difficult.
Yeah, probably I just abandoned.
I honestly don't think it's that difficult, though. Did you have, like, trouble controlling the helicopter? Because I didn't find that difficult or anything
No,
like
not
that.
really. Not the controlling. Controlling was alright. I don't know, I probably just abandoned too quickly or something.
Yeah, go play Battlefield 3, and then you'll fucking figure out how hard it is to control a helicopter in that game.
Yeah. But yeah, I just probably quit too early or something like that. I said, nah, I can't do this, fuck it, So, happens sometimes when I'm not really into a game. I'll be like, fuck this. So, and not go back to it or anything, so...
Final mission's pretty good anyway. You just fight. You're on the chopper, and then you just climb up and then fight on the Golden Gate Bridge.
So I'm pretty close to the end at that point.
That's the second to last mission, the helicopter mission. That's the penultimate mission.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
It's that, and then you go and fight on the Golden Gate Bridge. You fight your way on to the top onto the Golden Gate Bridge, and then cross over, and then that's it.
Okay.
That's the end of it.
Did you like it, or did you like the game?
Yeah, I enjoyed it though. I think they actually did have a sort of sequel and plan for this game though, because the fact is it doesn't really end on a oh my god, the Americans have done it. This is it. That's the end of the Korean overall. Because you actually don't fight that general guy.
Hmm.
You see at the start of the game, or whatever. I don't think you counter him
Hmm.
whatsoever. After the part where you're in the blood, the pile of dead
Yeah.
bodies. I think that's the last time you see him. So it's not one of those, oh, you fight the general or whatever in this showdown. It's nothing like that now.
Okay.
Um, so I think this sort of did have a sort of they wanted to make this actual a
Yeah,
series,
I think they had a trilogy in
like a
mind. Hmm.
franchise. They had a series in plan, but since that game didn't do so well for them, although I think they didn't. I think Crytek UK
Yeah.
or something have the rights to
Yeah,
it
they
now.
have announced Homefront 2. It's yeah,
Have they?
Homefront 2 has been announced.
Okay, so I probably will see that then.
Yeah.
But yeah, I enjoyed it though. It's not a bad game by any means. It was a decent enough first-person
Yeah, it's
shooter.
all right. It's okay. It's not
Yeah,
really
I wouldn't have.
awesome.
Look, I rented it out there and just played over it. Just like, yeah, it's decent
Hmm.
enough. Wouldn't have paid the full price for it
Yeah.
now. Probably would have paid 10, £15 at most.
Hmm.
That's probably what I probably would have paid for it. It's your standard game where it has the multiplayer and like this campaign's like 5 hours or so.
Yeah.
So your typical modern military first person shooter.
Exactly. Yep.
Um, Guacamele. You don't know what this game is, right,
Yeah.
Dennis? Do
Hmm.
you?
I do.
Yes, it's a game done by this thing called Drinkbox Studios, who I believe are Canadian.
Yeah, I think they are. Yeah.
Um, that's their latest game they've done. No, they did that as I think it's Tales from the Blob or something on the PSN. I forget exactly what it's called now, but I know they did that now. And this game wasn't really on my radar though until I seen footage of it. I was like, oh, this looks pretty cool. And then I think I watched a quick look for it,
Hmm.
and it's like the basic. I think it was Brad that said it though. It was like, oh, this is like Metroidvania. I was like, yep, okay, just basically have to say those words, and like I'm
Yeah.
sold. And I pretty much bought it then afterwards. So and then the nice thing as well is like, oh, it was out that week. It's like, oh great, it's £10 normally, but oh great, it's £8 because it was 20% the 20%
Hmm.
off because PSN. So I got it for £8 instead of 10, and it's a very good game. You basically play this luchador who's in this wrestling garb, like wrestling like luchador garb, like has the mask and like the trunks and that there,
Hmm.
and you basically the gist of the story is you basically want to try and stop this guy from um called Calica from sort of combining the living world and the world of the dead together.
Okay.
And he has a bunch of these, his allies, like the guy Calica. So this guy's, I forget their names, so this woman one is Siren, and then there's this other one who's basically Flamehead, and you basically go through these bit for the areas. You go like through these towns, like these kind like the towns like these sort of hub areas in a way where you basically can do a bunch of side
Hmm.
quests for people there. You have to find certain items, and then like of course you go through these other areas where you can traverse some stuff though, but in some parts you can't get to because you need a certain ability which you can get later on, and then you can go back and get like the chests or whatever's behind like this colored block, because it's like basically the things are like colored blocks where if you need like if there's a red one you need to do this uppercut, if there's a blue one you need to do this like dash punch dash move, and if it's like a yellow one you have to do a headbutt, etc, etc. And like there's a bunch of bosses as well, and like the enemies are most like these like skeletons and like these other things like these big fucking fat like lizard things, you flying things, and these like plant ones, and giant enemies as well, and it's a pretty good game. It's like the combo system's interesting enough, like, because there's a part in the game where you basically train in this like this gym, to do these different combos, which I just basically do them there and then pretty much forget how to do them when I'm playing the game. Like the combat's like it's simple enough though. It's not very difficult though. Just sometimes you get a bit over hassled, and of course like there's certain ability later on you get where you can switch between the living world and the like the dead world, the different dimensions, and there's certain you can't get to certain points until you switch over. And it does get pretty tricky later on where you have to traverse certain parts and basically have to switch on the fly for this other like platform or wall or something to appear in order to traverse upwards. So it gets pretty tricky with that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
But it's a very good game though. I very much like it. I really like the art style. The music's in it's pretty cool, although there's not really that many tracks from what I can gather. You can pretty much get a bit bored of hearing the same tracks again and again. But it's a good game. I like it. I'll be playing it at work though, because that's basically what I've been playing at work when I'm on my break and not there at the moment. Good game. Crisis 3. Yes, Dennis, I got Crisis 3 for rent, not to buy.
Oh, okay.
So, brave sign of relief there. No, I sent Homefront back though, and once I finished it, and then that's what I got next, Crisis 3. So it is like, oh yeah, Crisis 3. I didn't expect to actually get that because I was actually one of the games I had on my high priority list. So I was like, yeah, I'll get it though and play through it. And this is I actually played it though, despite the fact I haven't even played through Crisis 2.
Okay.
So I finished Crisis 1, but then all of a sudden I'm going straight to Crisis 3. Haven't even played Warhead or Crisis 2. Played through them. But I played this, and I played through the first 2 missions. And for a game that's on the 360, I still think this looks pretty good. It's not, of course the PC is going to be the definitive version. If you have a great PC, you're going to run it and it looks fantastic and all that there. But on a console that's 7 years old, still looks good.
That's good.
I'm enjoying it thus far. It's not fantastic now. It's like, if you played the other Crisis games, you know what you're getting here. It's standard stuff, but it's pretty decent thus far. Like there's a few new things though. Like I don't know if if this was in the second one now, where you can, get these upgrades. Was that in the second game?
Yes, it was. Yep.
Where you basically get these upgrades and you can change like deflection or armor upgrades or something like that, things like that now. But like I played a bit of the second one now, but that's in this here one now. And
okay.
Of course, it's like mixture of urban and like jungle or whatever, urban New York. But yeah, on the second mission, I think there's like 7 missions overall. So I heard it's not that long a game, so I can easily finish that this week.
Okay.
And then go back to what sort of game I've been playing over the last few days. And that is Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate. I was going to get this maybe next week though, but I seen it was back on stock at Shop 2. And therefore I decided to get it then, because it was out of stock though, because I think it was like a bit limited though at the moment, and it's like, yeah, I'm just going to get this now rather than wait just in case it gets out of stock again. And I got the Wii U version because it was online. No point getting a 3DS version, because if I want to play it online, too bad. I played about maybe about 3-4 hours of it thus far, and I can see myself really enjoying this game. You pretty much know what you're getting. Like if you ever played any of the other Monster Hunter games before, it's pretty much the same thing. But this is the first one besides Try that I've played, which is basically just a enhanced version of that one anyway for the Wii.
Okay.
Basically, of course, you're a hunter, and what you do, you're in this village. You're tasked with these various quests where you either go and kill certain monsters, or have to get items, and of course you can get items in the field, like mushrooms or certain other things, resources and that
Mm-hmm.
there, materials to order to upgrade new weapon, like upgrade or forge new weapons or armor and things like that, or you can buy certain things, and of course there's like these guild quests you do, basically setting like levels, like a level 1 at the moment though, doing level 1 quests, and once you do all the quests there you rank up, and that's pretty much the way it goes. It's kind of like that. That's the way it works. So, and it's good. I actually enjoy it though.
Okay.
I'm not gonna play the multiplayer online just yet though. I want to stick a few more hours into the single player, and try to get all the different bits and bobs out of the way first, and then go into the online,
Mm-hmm.
because I want to play it online, because there was a patch that came this week though that actually I can play with North American people.
Okay.
That wasn't in the actual version when it came out, and that was the big problem that was with the Wii version,
Mm-hmm.
where you couldn't play with people outside your region. So if you got this game on the way and I wanted to play it with you, I couldn't do it. It's like Army of Two again,
Yeah.
pretty much. But yeah, I can really see myself really liking this game though. I want to play more of it though, and I'll probably be playing a lot of it over when I'm off on this Friday.
Cool.
And that's basically all I've been playing.
That's all you. Nothing else.
Nope, not that I can think of.
Okay.
I'm probably be getting Injustice next week now.
Okay. You are next week.
Yeah, next week because my birthday's next
Okay.
week.
I'll probably get it when you get it, so we can play some one against the other. Apparently,
Yeah.
the story is really shitty, but you know,
I've heard people actually say, and there's mixed things. Some people say it's actually pretty decent. Other ones just say it's crap.
mm-hmm. Now, from the reviews I've seen on GameSpot and Giant Bomb, the guy's saying that the story is really not what you come to this game for. So,
No.
well,
Too bad though, because that was one of the best things about the Mortal Kombat game.
yeah, exactly. So maybe if you get it, I'll probably check it out myself.
Yeah, I think I was gonna get it anyway though, sometime one time or another, because like I seen a quick look of it, it's like yeah, and played the demo, was like yeah, it plays certain bits of it play similar to the last Mortal Kombat game, but has a few little nuances of its own. It's like
Yeah.
yeah, I'll still like this game no matter what anyway. It plays a lot the same though.
Mhm.
I prefer this kind of game rather than very combat focused ones, where you can do like combos in this one, but it's not like essential
Yeah.
unless you want to play online and basically be one of the best.
It's not,
But it's not like one of those yeah, it's not like Marvel versus Capcom or anything
yeah.
like that now.
That's what I was gonna say. So it's not really like that at all. So
No.
well, that's pretty good. So I'll probably check it out if you buy it.
Yeah, I want to get it anyway because, like I said, I loved Mortal Kombat,
Mhm.
and I'm not a big fighting game guy anyway. Like I play a few of them though, but it's like most of the time, like the last before Mortal Kombat though, the last one I really got into was Soul Calibur for the original Dreamcast.
Okay.
And maybe Soul Calibur 2 on the GameCube actually. That's probably actually say because I actually played it for a good bit, but other than that, I usually play few of the fighting games before that. It was like for maybe a week at tops. Like yeah, I'm done.
Mhm. Yeah, I'm not a big fighting game guy myself, so. But if I have somebody else to play with, it'll probably be better at that point. So we shall see. We shall see what happens. So yeah, you're done with the games you've been. Hello.
Yes,
Okay.
I'm done. Yeah.
Perfect. I thought you were gone there. Okay. So on my side of stuff, I've been mostly playing some MLB 13 to show. I won't go too much into detail here, but
Might have to. I forgot about that. I might get that next week. Might
okay.
get that
Yeah,
next
that's
week.
right. It's on sale on your shop over there,
Oh,
on your online shop.
yeah, unfortunately, it's the only time, it's the only place I can get it though.
Hmm.
Unless I want to pay more for the import version.
Yeah.
But no, I'm not going to
No.
do that now. But promise I need to get a bigger hard drive first.
Yeah. Probably.
Because,
If you want to install the like they ask you if you want to install the like some stuff on the hard drive so the load times are shorter. And I recommend that you do so because the load times are really long if you don't install that.
yeah, but one not be the case, so because the fact is I'm downloading it, therefore I'm already downloading and installing on the hard drive.
Maybe, yeah, could be. It could be. I don't know how it works, but yeah, it
Just,
could be.
yeah, I'm just saying that though, that might be the case.
Yeah, so it would be cool if you get it. We can play some. But yeah, I've been playing mostly that. I'm like in my fourth season with my like a road to the show thing where you take your player and you progress through the years and the leagues and all that. So I'm in my fourth season right now. So still enjoying it. Still playing it. It's mostly the game that I play these days. Like not a whole lot is out right now, so it's kind of
Nah, that's the crap thing. Like Injustice is the only game this month that I have any interest
yeah.
in playing.
Keeping an eye on that Star Trek game, but I'm pretty sure it'll end up being garbage. But we'll see. We'll see this Tuesday how it turns out. So yeah, I've been playing that. I've been playing a little bit of Metro 2033. I've gotten to a point where the guy that is with you gets he gets, I wouldn't say kidnapped, but he gets taken, and you have to rescue him. I got to that point. The thing that I really do not like about this game is the ammo sparsity. Like you really run out of ammo really fast in this game.
Yeah, it's this whole bullet economy thing though,
Yeah.
so it is. That's where I heard about this game. I think they've gotten rid of that for the
Yeah, I
sequel.
think it's completely gone for last night, so that would be much
Yeah,
better.
because think probably for yourself. I think a lot of people weren't really fussed on that. I'm sure people out there did actually enjoy it, but I'm sure a lot of people didn't like it
Yeah,
whatsoever.
Derek's been pressing me to continue on. He says, "Oh, you'll enjoy it." The story so far is not really that great. Like I put it in Russian when I started playing, so I could get the full experience,
Yeah, the
the
authentic
authentic
experience. Yeah.
experience, like having people talking Russian, and I had like uh, the caption on the bottom, so I could see what he's saying. But when you're playing a
Hmm.
video game, that's not the best thing to do. Like he was talking to me and I was shooting. I was like, "What the fuck did he just say?" I don't know. So you don't have time to read the caption on the bottom of the screen. So it's great if you're watching a movie, but not if you're playing a video game. So I set it back to English. Um,
I always have subtitles on anyway though because I just sometimes I find it hard to see what they're actually saying.
okay. I never play with subtitles at all. Never ever.
No, I always do that though. That's just because the fact is, it's not like I'm very bad at hearing. Now sometimes I just feel like, what did he say?
Well, do,
It's the same with movies though. Sometimes as well. Like I have to have subtitles on though, just because sometimes they say something I don't know what they were actually what they were
do you play
saying.
with headphones? Okay.
No.
If you play with headphones, you can understand easily what they're saying, much more. So yeah, Metro 2033. I'm not really digging it. It's okay. I mean, there's some. I haven't touched it like in a week or something. I really like. I'm like, oh, okay, I should go back to it. No, I don't want to. So the whole bullet economy thing really does not appeal to me at all. It's a good idea, but I don't think it's an idea that works well today. You know what I mean? Like it's people play a shooter to shoot people. Like
Hmm.
running out of ammo all the time is not fun. It's a shooter, so running out of ammo is not fun at all. And The whole, okay, well, you have to pay this amount of bullets to get a better bullet, where you can buy a better gun or upgrades for your gun and stuff like that. That really does not appeal to me at all. So I'm really happy I only paid $5 for it, because I don't.
Yeah, I think I paid £6 out when it came out. When I got it, like, it was on sale like a few years ago.
And you haven't played it yet, right?
I played like the first like 5-10 minutes of it, so that was it.
Okay. So yeah, it's not that great. I don't think it's that great, in my humble opinion. I know a whole lot of people love that game, but it's not really. It's not that great in my humble opinion. Probably Last Light is going to be better if they get rid of the whole bullet economy and it becomes more of a shooter. Like, I've watched a couple of trailers for that game, and it looks like it's going to be a little bit more stealthy, though. Like, you're going to have to stealth around some places a little bit more.
Yeah, I think the specs for that game I think came out this week as
Yeah.
well.
It's pretty high, I think, right? I think I watched it.
Yeah, I think you need like a 690 or something for
Yeah.
optimization.
Well, when this one came out, it came out when 2010.
2010.
Yeah. I think it was one of the highest. I think it was one of the games that required the most out of your PC when it came out.
Well, I think it was one of the ones you can use a DirectX 11 card
Yeah,
for it.
because you could switch it to DirectX 11 when you're switching the graphic quality in it. So yeah, I'm not really digging it, so I don't think I will continue on playing it. Sorry, Derek, but no, I don't really feel like it, so I don't think I'll continue on. So sadly, uh,
Oh.
yeah, I played some Audio Surf. Yes, it's the first time that I've ever played Audio Surf, people. I know it's been out forever, but
Yeah, it's been out. I think that was one of the first games I got in Steam actually.
it was on sale this week, I think, for $3. So I said, okay, I'll try it out. I'll see what everybody's, talking about and all that. So I think it's pretty much the predecessor to Rock Band and stuff like that. It's pretty much, the whole, you have to get to the notes as they're playing. Then you can select your own music to play. I don't know if when you got it, you got the same thing as me, but I got it with the Orange Box soundtrack. I don't know if you have that.
No, because I think this is long. Let's say this was one of the first games I got in Steam, so this was like, 4 or 5 years
Okay.
ago.
Well, I got it. Yeah, I got it with the Orange Box soundtrack, so that's pretty awesome. Like, I have Portal, I have Team Fortress. Well, Team Fortress has like 2 songs or something, and I have all the Half-Life music, so that's pretty awesome. I played a bit of that. It's fun. You don't play that forever. Like, it's not Rock Band, you know.
Nah, it's just one of those ones you like pop in every so often, just play for like, lack of
Mhm.
songs, number of songs, and that's it. Not sure. I've had my
You're fun.
fill
Yeah.
here for now.
Yeah, I played it for maybe 30 minutes, and I was like, okay, that's enough. I'm kind of bored of it now, so I stopped playing. Played a couple of songs. It's all right. It's a good little game, like a good little side game, I guess you could say. So played a bit of that. I also bought, after watching the quick look for this game, I bought Evil Land.
Yeah, I'm just surprised that you actually end up buying it though, rather than myself though, because you said Darren should be all over this game, but I haven't bought it
Yeah,
yet.
you would freaking love this game, honestly. It gets I'll talk about it, but it gets a little annoying at some points, but you would be all over this game. It is really, like, it starts at the very beginning of RPGs, like you start that you can't move your guy like only forward, and you can't move diagonally, like you have to move like forward. And
Yeah, exactly. Because I watched the quick look myself. You basically go as you go along, you actually unlock certain RPG
yeah,
tropes. Like, oh, you unlock a shop, you unlock the shopkeeper, you unlock the inn,
yeah,
you unlock you can lock the world map and all this here. It's like, okay.
yeah, you unlock like 32-bit graphics, you unlock color, you unlock uh when you go on when you progress through the game, you unlock like HD, Um, yeah, like what do we call it? What is the mode there? God damn it, what is the mode? Is it mode 8? What?
Mode
Mode 7?
7.
Yeah. You unlock mode 7, and you unlock, all sorts of tropes that is, like further on, you get into the whole Diablo thing, where, you unlock the Diablo type RPG thing, where
Oh, yeah.
you go through everything and you kill, it's pretty much Diablo with the ball of health at the bottom and, all that, so. And you unlock the combat like in Final Fantasy, you like turn-based combat, exactly the same as Final Fantasy.
Yeah.
So you get to name your character and all that. Like I named my character Link, and I named a female character Zelda. So you know it's kind of cool, but it's fun, but it gets kind of annoying as you go along because when you're in the, I don't know if they do that on purpose because a whole lot in this game is like, are they doing this on purpose or is it just a bad design decision? It's like when you're going through the world map, like the random encounters that you always have. When you're going through the world map, there
Yeah.
are like you do just one or two steps and psh, an encounter.
That's basically true to old RPGs,
It
Dennis.
is okay. I don't remember Final Fantasy.
That's not an old. That's not like, oh, there's bad design. No, that's true to school RPGs,
Hmm.
where the random encounters for battles was pretty high. Where, oh, I just did a battle and then take a couple of steps. Oh, another
Yeah.
battle.
Okay. So
That's yeah. That's the old school RPGs.
because it gets
If you played old Final Fantasy games and that there and games like that back in like the 80s, 90s, and basically you definitely get that more than you would
yeah.
now. You just, oh yeah, okay, I understand that
I
now.
did play those games, but I couldn't remember them. I couldn't remember that being so many of them, like in such a limited time.
Yeah, like I played Final Fantasy 4 the complete collection. It's the sort of enhanced version of Final Fantasy 4 for the
Hmm.
PSP, and I played a few hours of it though, and it's fucking like it's a like a remastered version, whatever you want to call it now, and it's ridiculous with the random
Hmm.
encounters. Basically, every fucking 3 steps, random battle. It's like
Yeah.
really, and sometimes you might fucking almost die in a certain battles. Like, oh great, I have to heal up now. I have to get to this. I have to get to this town. Oh no, not our
Yeah.
battle. I'm doomed.
Yeah. It's pretty much like that, but I mean, it's not. You can't really die because the girl that's with you has healing powers, and you don't have any mana. So it's like you keep on healing and healing and healing, and you don't really die. So there's no sense of urgency. So it just gets annoying more than anything else. Like you,
Yeah, that's one of the things I don't like about those old RPGs. It's just fucking random encounter rate is just too damn
yeah,
high.
they could just make it 2 steps up, random encounter. 2 steps up, random encounter. Like,
No, it's like they've definitely fixed that
yeah.
as the RPG as they've gone on. No, like Final Fantasy 7, I feel the random encounter is pretty good
Hmm.
though
Yeah, but
compared to like older ones though. But like that's one of the it's not the first RPG I ever played though, but it's like the RPG that got me into
hmm
RPGs.
but that gets a little annoying in the game. There are certain things, like it's pretty damn easy. Like the game's really easy. It's not really complicated.
Well, if you can't die, then of course it's going to be easy.
Well, you can die. You can die at other moments in the game, but I died maybe once or twice. But it's pretty easy nonetheless. Some points you have to skip from present to past. Like you have to become like this 8-bit sprite, and then you have to jump back to the present. Then you're in 3D, and then 8-bit 3D. You have to jump between those things. It's pretty good. That's pretty fun. So puzzle solving thing. Um, and I don't know if they did that also to annoy the hell out of you, and if it was like that, I think it was like that back in the day. but you're in a town at one point, and then you talk to this person, and it's like, oh well, you could go talk to this person. He knows something about that. Then you go talk to the other person. Oh, you got to go talk to this person. He'll give you something. You go talk to the other. Oh, I think that person has it. I don't have it, so you have to go.
Yeah, I think that has happened with our certain games like that, older games like action, like those kind of games. Yeah, I do recall certain RPGs that have that kind of
Hmm.
thing. Oh, if you want, if are you looking for this item, go talk to Barry. Go, and then you go to Barry and it's like, oh, you want to go to this? Actually, I don't have it. Susan has it or
Hmm.
something. You basically just go on a wild goose chase then at this point, and then you basically find out that, oh, Susan's been taken. Susan's given it to Lenny, and Lenny's been been abducted, and you have to rescue Lenny in a cave or
Yeah.
something.
It doesn't go that far though, but you go.
But yeah, but sometimes I
Yeah.
think it sometimes actually does
I
happen.
think
Yeah.
I spent at least 10 minutes going from person to person in the village, trying to to find that fucking thing I needed. It's like, oh, I don't have it. He has it. Oh, I don't know. It's. Oh crap. So yeah, it's pretty good on tropes. Like it's all the RPG tropes are in there. Everything you'd expect to see in an RPG, like the evolution of RPGs. It's pretty fun. It's fun seeing the whole evolution go.
Mm.
From the very beginning to what it is today. Like you fight like this Diablo-esque type guy at the very end. And
So you finished
yeah,
it
I
then?
finished it. It's about 4 or 5, maybe 4 hours, something like that. And it's $10, so I think it's worth it. It's worth trying it out, especially you that you love those types of games. I think you'd really enjoy it.
I don't know why. I think I might just wait when it's on sale because I feel this is going to be on a sale during the summer sale on Steam for a couple of
Yeah,
pounds.
probably. It probably will.
I'd probably just rather wait then.
It just went green light not too long ago, so.
Yeah, I was just I was seeing it because that's where I first saw it though on Steam.
Mhm.
It's like, oh, what's this game? And then I watched the videos. Oh, this looks pretty cool.
Mhm.
And then I watched the quick look for it. Then
Yeah, I'm glad there's quick looks about that.
we'll have to do quick looks for these kind of games because the fact is there's nothing else out. They have
Yeah.
to put stuff on the
Yeah, I
site.
mean, but even when there are things coming out, they always do quick looks to.
Yeah, for little wee games
Yeah.
anyway. Sometimes, yeah.
So I think that's cool because you don't really get the info from anywhere else. So seeing it on Giant Bomb, they do quick looks for these things, and you're like, hey man, this looks really fun. This looks cool, and you go and download it, and you support because it's all indie developers. So it's cool to support these guys.
Yeah, sometimes they do quick looks and then just take the piss out of them.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that happens also.
Like the God mode one, they sort of seem to just shit on it for the most part.
Yeah. That looks pretty interesting though. God mode looks pretty fun. I think.
Yeah, like you said, it does look like a sort of multiplayer serious sham, third person, multiplayer serious sham, third person
Yeah,
shooter.
pretty much.
That's exactly what it looks
Hmm.
like.
But yeah, they were taking the piss out of that, so that's kind of how Jeff is, so that's all right, but they this and this but I'm pretty sure he won't touch that game ever again after the quick look, but yeah.
No, he basically said like he said that
So
near the end
yeah,
of it.
so Evil Land I recommend if you guys out there like RPGs and the evolution of RPGs. It's really fun. It's fun seeing that happen. I think it's available on. Is it available on iOS or something like that?
I don't know.
I'm not sure. I think I.
I think it's just available on Steam and what like the site, like the developer's
Hmm.
site.
But guys,
'Cause you usually see the stuff on their site and then when you see it on, because that's where I find it first. Like I said, seen on Steam
hmm
first.
like you don't need a huge computer to run it, so you can download it for a regular computer and can run it pretty well. So
Yeah, I think it's only a couple of 100 megabytes
yeah, it's not a
anyway.
very big game, so you can run it on pretty much any computer. And last game that I played that I actually downloaded yesterday is something I saw on Unprofessional Fridays. The game is called Papers, Please,
Was this the one Drew was playing?
yeah,
Was it?
and it is really really cool. Like I saw them, I saw him play it, and I was like, man, I need this game. It's like you're working at a as a what do they call it? A man, like a immigrant, I guess, like you're working at a border, and you're an agent,
Oh, immigration officer
immigration
or
officer.
something.
Yeah, you need to validate passports and see if if you like people come to your booth and you ask for their papers, and you look at their papers and see if there's some mistakes or errors or stuff in the papers. Like when you start off, you start off just looking at the passport, see if everything corresponds. If there's a woman standing in front of you and it's a male in the passport, you're like, okay, well, this doesn't match, and stuff like that. So, and then you approve or you approve or disapprove his immigration or her immigration to the country. And then stuff happens, as you play along. Like at one point, there's a guy who throws a grenade at your officers, and then they tighten up security. So at one point, they need the passport, they need some immigration papers. You need to check everything out between those things and all that. You'll have like terrorists come to your window trying to immigrate to the country, and you have to identify them, and then they come and arrest them, and stuff like that. You have to check all the discrepancies or whatever they call them, like between like if the date doesn't correspond and stuff like that, and it gets tougher and tougher as you go along. Like it's a demo that's out right now. It's a beta, so it's only like 8 days that you play through. So
Right.
it takes I'd say maybe an hour, 90 minutes to play through the entire thing. But it's really fun. Like it gets complicated, more and more complicated as you go along. As you get down to day 8, you really have to check a whole lot of things. Like you have to check, okay, does the passport have this seal? Is the date okay? Is the person in front of you the same person on the papers? Does he come from this country? If so, you can't allow him in. If not, you can allow him to go into the country. And it gets more complicated as you go along. And it's really cool, though. I played the demo twice. Like I played through it twice, and it's really enjoyable. Like it's on greenlight right now. It's waiting to be greenlit. But if you go on Steam and you go to the site for this game, Papers, Please, there's a link to go on the website directly, where you can download the beta for free. You can try it out for free. So
Does it have a release date?
no, it doesn't, because it hasn't been greenlit yet. It's still waiting for approval. I think it's
Right.
77% right now. So it's still waiting for approval to be greenlit. So
No, I mean like I was like, is it gonna be like, does it have a release date on like the site itself or
no,
something?
I didn't see any release dates on the site. Like he's
Okay.
been patching it up pretty often. Like they're at beta version 0.7, I think, right now. So uh, he's patching it up a whole lot recently. So yeah, I don't know when he's gonna release it, but it looks really interesting. It's a very interesting game. If you want to try it out, it's free. So the demo.
Yeah, it seems interesting enough. Might check it out this week though. It's just one of those games you have to be really focused though and try not to look at everything and just try not to
Yeah,
screw
yeah.
up.
You can make a couple of mistakes. Like you can make. I think the maximum is 3 mistakes, and then the more mistakes you make, they deduce money from your pay. And when your day finishes, you can see like you have your family, your mother, your not your mother, but your mother-in-law, your wife, your son, your uncle. They all live with you, and they can get sick or hungry or cold, or so you have to decide where your money goes. If you want to pay for heat, or if you want to pay for food, or if you want to pay for medicine. You have to decide where it goes. And the more
Oh, so it's one of those games
yeah,
then.
the more people you get at your booth, the more money you'll make. So, it's also kind of timed. You know, you
Oh,
have
okay.
to.
So try to get through each thing quickly as possible
Yeah,
without screwing up.
exactly. Like you have to, you have a whole lot of stuff, especially on day number 8. Like you have a whole lot of stuff to check. At very day number 1, you can get like 10, 15 people going really easily. But once you reach day number 8, it's like maybe 5 or 6 people because you have so many things to check. So some things are very obvious, but some are not. Like I let through a couple of people that was like, and then you get a warning saying, "Hey, you didn't check the sigil on the passport compared to the one that you're supposed to let through. You let a terrorist through and stuff like that." And I was like, "Holy crap!" It's like fucking up a whole lot. And then they deduce money from your pay, and but it's a really really great game. It's really really interesting. Suggest to everyone to try it out. Once again, it's not a very huge game. It doesn't take a whole lot of space on your computer or whatever. So,
Will you be buying it if it goes
oh yeah,
greenlit?
definitely. I'm getting this game definitely if it goes. I'm following the guy who makes it on Twitter. So when he announces that it's greenlit or whatever, if the final version comes out, I'll buy it. I'll get it for sure. It's really great, really good game. So
Yeah, I'll probably go back to Unprofessional Silence and see it there, watch it there first, and see if it's my cup of tea.
yeah, Drew plays it for maybe half an hour, something like that. So you can get a good idea on how it goes. He plays it from I think he starts at day 2 or something like that, day 2 or day 3, and he works up to day 5, I think. So it gives you a good idea on how it is and how it goes. So it's he since he's on TV, he'll just he'll do fuck up for just for fun. Like he'll allow people that shouldn't go in, he allows them for fun, and they all laugh at it. But you can play the game seriously and all that. So yeah, I really enjoyed it. I played it twice. I went to the beta twice, so really enjoy it. Really great game. So that's yeah, I think that's pretty much what I've been playing this week. So that wraps it up for me.
So what's out this week now? Coming Star Trek and Dead Island Riptide, isn't
Oh
it?
yeah, that Dead Island game is out this week. Yeah, that's true. I have no fucking interest in that whatsoever. Zero interest in that game. So.
I never finished the other one though.
Oh, you never finished the first one?
Like yeah, you know that I never finished the other one. Like I said, I got to the jungle part and I just found it too damn big for my liking.
Well, this seems to be pretty much the same thing as the first one, so yeah.
Besides, I probably would rather if I can get people to play it with though, it'd be better though. But the thing is, I don't know anyone else that's getting this game.
Yeah. Well, I would maybe get it if we could play together, but I don't know. I don't know if I want to go back to that island. Honestly, it all
Yeah,
depends.
I don't know what the reviews are gonna be like now
Yeah,
either.
it looks.
It's probably one of those ones that'll say like, I might get determining on how the
Yeah,
reviews pan out.
but if it reviews, I mean, if it reviews, you know, normal, I guess, mediocre review.
I'll just say yeah, if it is normal, like I said, if it's like kind of like what the last game's like, I'll probably just wait on the price drop.
Yeah, I don't think it'll be too long before we see price drop on that game anyway.
Yeah, because I think the last one went down pretty not that far fast. Well, went down pretty
Yeah,
quickly.
and I haven't seen a whole lot of publicity for this game, so you know
Mm.
we'll see how it goes. But yet,
Well, it's released in April, which is dead month pretty
yep,
much.
those are pretty much the 2 games that are coming out this week: Star Trek and that Dead Island game, Riptide. That's pretty much it.
And things next week, the following week, which I'm definitely getting, Far Cry 3 Blood
Oh yeah,
Dragon.
yep, that one I cannot wait.
I'm getting on the PC.
Yeah, me too. That is going to be
'Cause
fun.
it looks class. Like wasn't a big fan of the Far Cry 3 though, but this looks more like my kind of thing. It's like sci-fi / cyberpunk, just cool looking style to
Yeah,
it.
it looks really awesome.
The fucking the trailer of it was pretty cool as it's like fucking really take on like those fucking action 80s action movie
Hmm.
things.
Yeah, it looks great.
What else is out next week now?
That's what I'm looking at right now. I'm yawning like crazy. I'm sorry, but I don't know what's wrong with me. Um,
No, don't worry. There's a few times that I'd like to yawn. It's not just because I'm bored. Like I was just like tired though, because I've been all way like me night shift. So of
hmm
course I'm gonna be pretty pretty tired.
I think that's the Poker Night. That Poker Night 2 game's coming out. Uh, Blood Dragon, Poker Night 2. There doesn't seem to be Deadly Premonition, the director's cut, PS3.
I think I can. Yeah, I think that's it. Soul Sacrifice for the PS Vita, which is and yeah, so not really a whole lot. Fairs out in Steam. Xenoclash 2.
hmm Yeah, there isn't a whole lot, I think, until Last of Us. Like
Yeah, well, Metro Last Light's out in May as
the week
well.
of May 5, there's absolutely nothing.
But yeah, and then what else? Don't think there's anything out. That's pretty much it then. It's not really a whole lot out in May. I don't think I want to get.
No, it's not a whole lot of stuff.
So May would probably be a time I'll probably go back and play through a few games that didn't finish. Like I actually do want to go back and play through Dishonored,
Okay.
cause like I actually enjoyed what I played of it though. I just sort of shoved it to the side though.
hmm Yeah, Remember Me comes out June 4. Last of Us June 14.
Yeah, I've got a pre-order for the PC. I'm I think I'm definitely getting that game because it looks cool.
hmm
Looks like cyberpunk Devil May Cry.
Yeah, it looks alright. I watched a couple of videos about it. Looks pretty cool.
Yeah, you should get it anyway because you never know because you like Devil May Cry
Yeah, no, that's true. Yeah,
and you don't really like those kind of games.
exactly. Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, not a ton of stuff coming out in the next couple of weeks.
Yeah, it's like pretty quiet season
Yeah.
now until E3 in a few months time over a month's
Yeah.
time.
So it's
I'm very much looking forward to E3 this year. See what's in store.
yeah, maybe Microsoft will get off their ass and announce their event soon enough. So before E3.
Yeah, I don't know if that's good. If they're gonna show it, yeah, they're gonna have to show something before E3. Now they can't just go, oh, we're gonna show everything at E3.
No, they have to do something. It's like April 22nd tomorrow, so we're pretty much at the end of April. So they have
Yeah,
to do something. They have to show something soon because people will be, I don't care anymore. So you know. So yeah, we're gonna have to do something with that. So we'll see how it goes.
yeah,
So it's backlog time, people. Work on your backlog.
yeah. Backlog time. Like if there's games from early this year or last year that you haven't finished, I think it's time.
Yep, pretty much. Nothing really going out for a good long time. So a couple of
Yeah.
titles here and there, but not a whole lot of.
There's still games that I want to get though. It's already out though. Like I do want to get Lego City Undercover and Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon.
I was thinking of getting Gears of War Judgment, actually. I was thinking of getting that one, cause I'd.
Really?
Yeah, cause one of my friends is playing it, and he asked me if I wanted to get in and play with them. So I might get it. I might play some. I don't know. It's Gears of War. How bad can it be? Gears of War is fun. So
Yeah, but then again, like yeah, but I just rather wait till the price drop.
yeah,
If it's when it's £20 or something, I'll
like
get
I
it.
have really not a whole lot to play. Like I said at the top of the show that I downloaded Surgeon. What is it?
Surgeon Simulator
Yeah,
2013.
like
Yeah, so that goes to show you have nothing that's like
I have.
kind of big out at the moment.
I
Yeah,
really have.
I could see where you're coming from though. If you actually do want to get it, go ahead though, because like, you don't really have anything else to play.
hmm
So I have games to play though, so I'm not worried.
Yeah. It also depends on, how things will go with my dad, of course. So, maybe
Yeah,
at some point I
exactly.
won't have time for games. So we'll just have to wait and see what happens there. So, but anyway, I have a couple of games. I'm looking at my list right now, and I'm like, do I go back to BioShock Infinite? What do I do? It's like I have time to play BioShock Infinite. Do I go back to it? I don't know. But looking at my list, I'm like, I don't want to play this. I don't want to play this. I don't want to play this. So I don't know. I don't know. Just have to wait and see. If something comes out on Steam, maybe if there's a sale or something, I'll be like, hey, I want this game, and buy it and play it. So just have to wait, see what happens. But for now, I have absolutely nothing that I want. So anyway, I guess we should jump into news since we're.
Yeah, jumping to sort of news here. There was one event that came last week now that happened on Wednesday. So it was, and a lot of people were, basically once again, just wait and see what they had to show. And that is, of course, Nintendo.
Yep.
Nintendo Direct event, they tend to do these every so often now, which just to show some new games or show some footage of games that's already been announced. And this one was pretty interesting because they showed some footage of games that's already been announced. Like they gave more information on the latest Mario and Luigi game, Mario and Luigi Dream Team,
Yeah.
and they gave the release dates for that game. And surprising to see that the game is coming out a month earlier here than it is in North America.
Okay.
We're getting it July 12th, and North America is getting it August 11th.
Okay.
So we're getting it a full month here, which is like score. Um, People, I love the Mario and Luigi games. I finished all of them. Absolutely love those games, and I'm definitely getting this one. It just looks more of the same with a new little wee few things, so that's fine by
Mhm.
me. Definitely getting it. No, no trouble there. Um, they also showed like they had announced a new Mario Party game. This is the 10th Mario Party game.
Damn.
Actually, no, sorry, this is the
Yeah.
11th Mario Party
Yeah.
game. Because there was 9 on the Wii, 9 on the N64, GameCube, and Wii respectively. Then there was one on the DS, and now this is one on the 3DS. So there's been 11 Mario Party games.
Damn.
So if you think Call of Duty or Assassin's Creed's a bit, fatigued, so think go to Mario Party, and you'll basically see the same
And
thing
if they're
there.
making more, that means the game sells, right?
There must be though. I think they do pretty decent enough though, and it probably doesn't cost that much to develop them as
Yeah.
well.
Pretty much. Yeah.
I think the problem as well, though, there is certain ones, the later editions, pretty much just did rehash versions of mini games that were in the older games as
Mhm.
well. So that doesn't help matters either. It's like, oh, I already played this game 3 entries ago.
Yeah.
But I have no interest in it anyway, though. The only Mario Party games I ever played were 1, 4, and 5. They're the only ones I ever played. A lot of people consider 2 to be the high point of that
Mhm.
series on the N64.
I've never played one of
But
those.
yeah,
Never in my entire life. No.
no. If I had people to play that with, I'd get them. No, I'd probably
Mhm.
get them because it's a lot more enjoyable, of course, to play them with people because hence the name Mario Party.
Exactly. Yeah.
Because if you're playing alone, you'll just get bored after playing a game of it or so, and that's it. It's like, yep, I've just seen everything that this game has to offer me.
Mhm.
I play this with friends, and no point with
Mhm.
that. Um, they showed Donkey Kong Country Returns 3D, which is a port of the Wii version, and it has basically they added this mode called New Mode, which is basically easy mode because they give you more hits and a lot of trinkets as well. Like if you fall off into a pit, you basically get this green balloon that recovers you.
Okay.
and things like that as well. Like, and you get 6 hearts now for both Diddy and Donkey Kong rather than 4 in the original mode. So basically, it's easy mode.
Okay.
So if you find the Wii version to be a bit too hard for your liking, this is probably going to be the mode for you then. And which I don't get though, because until like World 8 of Donkey Kong Country Returns, it's not that difficult a game. In my honest opinion, no. I don't know. Like some people say, "Oh man, that game's hard as nails." Like most of the way through, it's World 8 is where it gets really tricky. What else was there now? They had they announced the localizations for this game called Brave the Default Flying Fairy, which is coming out 2014 in North America, and I believe it's actually coming out here 2013, because it said 2013 here and 2014 in North America. And also, of course, since this is a Nintendo Direct, we get different versions.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we get the same thing at the start where it's Satoru Iwata now with his stuff, but he just basically says that each of the dates for the different regions. Yeah. But when it comes to after the Satoru Iwata's part, it's a different part where it's the president of Nintendo Europe here. I forget his name, his first name. I think it's Shibata. I think his second name is.
Okay.
And I think the North American one's like Bill Trinan, the guy from Treehouse. The guy you usually see sometimes on the Nintendo press conference. The one who was with Shigeru Minamoto when the Skyward Sword demo went not so well a few years ago.
Okay.
What else did this show? Like Professional Layton's coming out as well, the last one of it, and the Azran's Legacy. I think it's ended to be the final Professional Layton game.
Oh.
I've actually yet to get the last one because I've yet to finish the 4th one.
There won't be any more.
I need to get on it. I really like those games, but I haven't finished the 5th one yet.
Okay, so there won't be
the 4th one.
There won't be any more Professor Layton.
Yeah, I think Level 5 did state though a few months ago when they announced that there's a sick one that it's going to be the last in the series. Okay. It's going to be the last one. Because this is like this is the end of the second trilogy. Okay. Because there's the first 3 games where that's part of this first trilogy, and this second one's like this second trilogy, which is like basically it's kind of like Star Wars. Because the first one's like a trilogy, and then the second one's like a prequel trilogy.
Okay.
Because the first one, first one in the fourth game, is kind of when you first sort of meet Luke. Your sort of first adventure together with Luke.
Okay.
And then basically the stories with him there, and that's pretty much it's like a prequel trilogy.
Okay.
So it's probably not going to be as good.
Maybe not.
Yeah. Well, I haven't played through the 4th one yet though. I need to get on it though. What else was there? That Mario vs Donkey Kong Minis on the Move, which is a downloadable eShop game. It's basically another edition of that series. It looks pretty cool. I have to. Oh, how can I forget? Yoshi's Island, a new Yoshi's Island game is coming out as well, which looks very cool. It looks, if you've seen Yoshi's Story on the N64, the graphics look a bit similar to it. Looks a mixture of original and Yoshi's Story. I love Yoshi's Island on the 3DS, on the SNES. I haven't played Yoshi's Island fully on DS. This is the 3rd one in, 18 years. So it's not milked like other games and other series is in the case. There was a few eShop games as well. I think it was, I forget, Starship Damri and Bugs versus Tanks, and what was the last one called? Attack of the Flying Monsters, or something. Attack of the Monsters or something. Tokyo, I forget what it was called. It's something along those lines. Okay. These eShop games is coming out as well, and like Animal Crossing's coming out in June. Just showed you off this another 3DS XL, because you know Nintendo with their fucking 50 million different fucking versions of the 3DS or 3DS XL at this case. What else was there? I'm drawing a blank here, Dan. I think there was something else now.
Yeah, something.
Let's see now. Oh yeah, it was a certain game was announced as well. I think it was something to do with the Zelda series. Let's
I
see
think
now.
so.
Oh yes, it's not. It's apparently only the follow up to my favorite game of all time.
Yep.
Which took me fucking completely by surprise. The only problem was I got it ruined for me, because since the Nintendo US Direct stream was different, though, I found out on Twitter before it actually was shown on our stream. Someone said A Link to the Past 2, and I said, what? Are you serious? And he said, yeah. And then it came up on ours, and I was like, holy shit. There's going to be a new Zelda game set in the Link to the Past world.
Yep.
And I was just completely fucking shocked. I was like, holy shit. Awesome.
I think that took everybody by surprise. I think.
I think some people might be saying, some people feel it's like kind of, this is pandering pretty much, which, yeah, if it is pandering, I don't fucking care. It's A Link to the Past 2 pretty much at this point, and I was like, yeah, I don't fucking care. If it's half as good as Link to the Past, I'll still like it a lot.
Yeah.
Because, you know, like I said, Link to the Past is my favorite game of all time. I absolutely adore that game. If you check on my GameSpot profile, that's the only game there I've given a 10. So it is, because I absolutely love it.
Is it a 3DS? The second one, is it going to be on it?
It's going to be on the 3DS. So it is. It's because it was shown some little footage of it there. They showed a little bit of the world map. So they did, and then they showed this dungeon where Link basically used the Megaton hammer to hammer these things down, and jump up onto these different platforms. There's like up a floor, and it has this new little mechanic where you basically become this like 2D drawing. You go into the wall and blend in, and then you could like walk around, like, you know, certain platforms, and, you know, go through like windows with the bars on them and that there. Traversed and things like that. So it has a little wee mechanic there, which looks pretty cool. I'm stoked. I'm just so stoked. Like, that's my most anticipated game for the rest of the year.
It's coming out this year?
Bar none.
It's coming out
Apparently it's coming out holiday this year, but knowing Nintendo, you can't trust Nintendo for shit with release dates. Because this is the same Nintendo that said Pikmin 3's launch window, and it's coming out in August. Okay. That doesn't sound like launch window to me now. No. That's fucking 9 months after the Wii U came out. Yep. But they announced the date. They showed some more footage of it. They actually Nintendo Direct has, like, we're here to announce a new Pikmin. That was the Pikmin thing. Oh, cool. Yeah. You can tell in my voice that I couldn't give a fucking rat's ass about Pikmin.
Pikmin.
Yeah, Pikmin. I'm sorry. I played the first one. It just wasn't
kind of the same thing as Pokemon for you.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, whoop-de-doo, Pikmin, a new Pokemon game as well, which pretty much plays exactly the same. But then people will be saying to me, oh, but look, what you're so excited about Legend of Zelda, Link to the Past, and it plays a lot like other Zelda games. It's like, yeah.
But it's Zelda.
But it's Zelda. It's Link to the fucking Past too. It's my sequel to it's going to be a follow-up to my favorite game of all time.
Yeah.
Plus they do add certain new things to but mostly the same thing. Pokemon is pretty much the same thing. Go around collecting as many Pokemon as you can. Go through 8 cities, collect gym badges, then fight in this tournament at the end, and then that's it. That's what you do. It's like same fucking thing.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know. And like the fact is, like only now they're actually in 3. It's going to be in 3D.
Yeah.
It's like, well done for getting the Pokemon series into the 21st century. It only took you flipping 17 years
Well, yeah.
since they were originally released. I think they were originally released in '96 in Japan, and finally the first the first true games in the series are actually going to be actually 3D.
Yeah.
Because most of the time they're just like sort of top down 2D with sort of 3D aspects, but this was going to be actually 3D for once.
Mm.
But yeah, there's going to be a lot of people looking forward to that Pokemon X and Y. I'm not one of them. It's still going to sell. It's Pokemon.
Of course.
People love their Pokemon.
Yep.
So,
It's good. It's
but
going to
yeah,
sell.
I think that's pretty much all that was shown at the Nintendo Direct, though. There's a few things I'm looking forward to. I'm definitely getting Mario and Luigi. I'm getting Yoshi's Island, though. There was just no release date for it announced or anything like that. I was just showing some footage. Legend of Zelda, just basically known as Legend of Zelda. Don't know, doesn't have a proper name, but it's supposed to come out holiday 2013. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I hope that's the case though, but that's just basically not taking their word for it until it's actually hit stores, because Nintendo have a tendency to say dates and then basically say nope, not the case. Like a bunch of the games they said this is going to be out in launch window. I was like, yeah, Pikmin 3, that's not launch window. Wonderful 101 was supposed to be launch window. That's not launch window. That's still not out.
Mm-hmm.
Rayman Legends launch window. That's not until September now, and that's no longer a Wii U exclusive either.
Yeah.
So basically, I'm not gonna take your word for it, Nintendo. You might get me sometimes in the nostalgia factor, but with your release date, you're not always up to par. Um, I've rambled on long enough now. You're already hearing me, folks, though, but like I said, because Dennis couldn't give a flying fuck what happened with Nintendo.
Well, no.
Isn't that great,
Well, I
Dennis?
don't have any Nintendo consoles, so yeah, I'm not at all interested. But I mean, it is great that they're coming out with a new Zelda. That people, I'm pretty sure, will cherish and love. Because it's a sequel to one of the most popular ones, I guess. Most popular Zeldas
Yeah,
of all
it's a
time.
lot of people's favorites. Like a lot of people love it. They love Ocarina of Time. There's just people out there really like Majora's
Mm-hmm.
Mask. Unfortunately, Majora's Mask is one of my least favorite ones.
Mm-hmm. And for the
Um,
rest of it, like Donkey Kong and whatever, I really don't care. So Pikmin and all that stuff. I really don't care much about that. So call me a fanboy if you want, but I don't. That's how I am. I haven't paid attention to Nintendo in a long time. So you know,
you're not the only one, Dennis. Anyways, feels that way. There's a lot of people just basically have just forgotten about Nintendo. Just couldn't give a rat's ass about Nintendo stuff for like ever since like the N64 days or the GameCube days or
hmm
whatever. Like most people just kind of just given up on Nintendo since the
yeah,
Wii, which I can see where they're coming from though, because the Wii kind of just went in this more different path for the most part though. But the fact is, it's sold a lot because of that there, and the Wii U is fortunately is the opposite of this case because it's been selling pretty terribly thus far.
hmm
But the reason with that is because there hasn't been any games that people want.
yeah,
Majority of the stuff that's coming out for it at the moment's ports of games that like Deus Ex, Director's Cut. Even if it's gonna be like a refined version of the game, it's still a game that's been out for over a year and a half at this point.
hmm
Um, but anyway,
yeah. Well, you can call me a Nintendo racist, I guess, if you want, but I don't really care that much about.
Nintendo
I mean, I
racist.
do check what Nintendo does, and shit just doesn't appeal to me a whole lot. And I know I'm not the only one because people buy Wii's and Wii U's and practically don't even use it. They don't even play on it. So I can understand
Yeah, like
3DS. I can understand. 3DS has a whole lot of good titles coming out for it. I think it doesn't really stop getting good titles. But for the Wii and the Wii U, I think it's just a lack of titles that, keeps it behind everything else, I guess.
Yeah,
So,
especially though, like Lego City Undercover, like Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate there for the Wii U. That's the first game I got for it since it came out. Since I got mine for Christmas.
hmm
That's nearly 4 months ago.
yeah.
So that goes to show how there's nothing. I want to get Lego City Undercover as well because a few people on my Twitter feed said that game's great.
hmm
So it is. The thing is, would you like to try that game out now or what?
Which one, Lego City Undercover?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would be interested in checking it out and seeing how it goes.
I'd say that probably would eventually come to 360 and PS3 anyway.
hmm I
So
think so.
I'd best just do the wait and it'll come maybe in about, 6 months to a year's time, I
Yeah, I
guess.
wouldn't be surprised because it's not an exclusive or anything, It's not something.
Well, I think it is exclusive.
Well, I
But
mean, it's
it
not.
might be a timed exclusive, I don't know.
Lego is not exclusive to Nintendo.
Well, yeah,
That's
Lego,
what
of
I mean.
course, but that game supposedly is
Yeah.
exclusive.
Well,
But I could definitely see it coming to 360 and PS3
yeah, what is
anyway.
exclusive today? I mean, nothing stays exclusive too long anyway. So.
No, yeah. Like Rayman Legends, that was supposed to be exclusive and it didn't become exclusive.
hmm
It ended up not being exclusive anymore because I think the fact is that the Wii U when it came out, like it didn't sell very well, and therefore said Ubisoft said, you know what, we're gonna have to put this on the other consoles now. That means delaying all the Wii U version and putting it alongside the other ones to actually get more copies sold of it.
hmm
That's the case there. So anyway,
Anyway,
I think we'll get into the news now,
the
Dennis.
real.
So take it away because there's not a lot of news anyway.
Yeah, we'll
So
just
hopefully
briefly touch
we'll
upon.
get this
Yeah.
go through as quickly as
Yeah,
possible.
briefly touch upon all 5 of these news articles here. Won't go into too much details about any of them. Layoffs at Electronic Arts. I think there's been a couple of layoffs this week. This is one of them. They laid off. They want to streamline their operations, so they're cutting, the fat, I guess, if you could say.
Yeah, trimming the
Trimming the
fat
fat.
and just
Yeah.
getting rid of the it says unspecified number of employees to get ready for the upcoming console transition.
Yeah. So these layoffs come after a month, close to a month after John Riccitello admitted that EA would miss its financial projections for the full year ended March 31st. So, since they didn't make their money, I guess they have to cut somewhere, so.
Yeah, like say certain games underperformed
Yeah.
and didn't do as well as they would hope it would do, like Dead Space 3 and games like that though, and therefore they're gonna have to make again sacrifices.
And when games underperform, well, it's the people pay for it. So sadly, that's how it is in the video game market, and I guess that's
Yeah.
how it is pretty much everywhere else. So.
It's a dog eat dog world nowadays in the video game industry because of that. They're like,
Yep.
sure there was like, probably job losses, lack of years back though, but you don't see it as the volume nowadays
Now it's pretty much
where you pretty much
every week.
hear one like every week
Mhm.
somewhere.
It's pretty much every week now, so it's too bad for those people. Of course, it's not fun losing your job, but it's video game market these days is pretty, as you said, dog eat dog world. So sadly, we'll see more of those coming down the line. So too bad for that. Other news article here: Adam Orth no longer with Microsoft after always on comments. I don't know if you saw this on Twitter.
Yes, I think we talked about it last week there
Did we?
anyway, like last time, where this guy, Adam Orth, who's on Twitter, he was like formerly like creative director or something on Microsoft Game Studios or something along those lines. And basically, he went on Twitter and basically stated the fact is that people basically said everything is online nowadays. And so basically just get always on nowadays. So deal with it. it's going to happen, folks. Sorry, deal with it.
Yeah.
And then basically, a lot of people basically were saying, shit to him about it though, and then he basically was replying back with more
Inappropriate stuff.
shit,
Yeah.
just more, back and forth banter / debate or whatever,
Hmm.
as you see usually in some Twitter rants or debates.
Yeah. So yeah, going around and just replying to people who were posting to him. I checked his account a little bit before it was deleted, and I saw like the replies to him and all that. So he was really really rough on some of them. So bad language and all that. So Microsoft terminated him from this,
Terminated or made him forced to resign, I
yeah.
presume.
Oh yeah, it's pretty much terminated.
Yeah.
So
I just love that to saying, like, some people say, "Oh, I was forced to resign." No, in other words, you're
yeah,
sacked, you're fired, because that's pretty much it's just a nicer way of putting it, pretty much.
yeah. So he had previously worked on God of War 3 and Star Wars: The Force Unleashed 2. So now he was fired from Microsoft. So for his comments. So you got to watch what you say on the internet. It could come back to bite you in the ass. So that's what happened there.
I wonder if he had any part of the next Xbox. I'm sure he did.
Probably. If he was talking about the always on thing, probably.
Yeah.
So.
But like we were talking about this last week though as well, like last time,
Mhm.
like not everyone's gonna have the best internet connection.
Yeah.
And there's still, like I said, there's still people out there who still have dial-up. They're not even on broadband. Therefore, if they're going to have this always-on, connectivity, you're required to have that. Then I can't buy this concert because of it.
Mhm.
It's just basically going to alienate a lot of people.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. So it's too bad, But I really hope it's not always on. Even though I do have unlimited internet now, but I kind of hope it's not always on for other people who don't have that privilege and don't have, the money to do something like that. So yeah, I think it would be a very bad move for Microsoft.
Yeah, and the fact is, my internet never really hardly ever goes out here anyway. I don't know when the last time went off here.
Hmm.
It's good. It's a good long time ago now.
Yeah, pretty much the same thing here. So you know,
Actually, I don't think ever since I had Infinity though, ever since I got the Infinity, it's gone off.
hmm
So that's like a year and a half ago now.
yeah, so that's pretty good. It's pretty cool. So I guess moving on, Test Drive Unlimited Dev closed. Developers of Eden Games is the name of the developer. They shut down after 15 years of operation. So Alone in the Dark and Test Drive Unlimited developer Eden Games rather, has closed. The Lyon, France-based studio has confirmed. So, yep. So no more Test Drive Unlimited and no more, I guess, Alone in the Dark. So,
Well, they did the 2008's Alone in the Dark,
yeah.
which I know didn't do that well
No.
because it got pretty bad reviews for the most part, I believe.
Yeah, and I got to Test Drive Unlimited 2 and played maybe, 2-3 hours of that game. And kept playing poker inside of the game, so pretty much.
Yeah, you played 2 3 hours part of the main game, and you probably play more of the poker than
Yeah,
anything.
you could go to, like I bought the game with the DLC that came with it, that you unlocked a separate island where you could go on the island and play poker and other stuff. So I used to go on and play poker on the island. I almost never raced or anything like this, and it's a racing game, so go figure. So it wasn't that good of a game, but I think the first one was better. Like Test Drive Limited 1, I think it was better. So yeah, so that's it for that. Moving on, Burnout, the dev Criterion, moving away from racing games.
Which kind of annoyed Derek and I think yourself, I believe, as well, because you just don't want this, don't you? Just not.
Yeah. Well, okay, it kind of pissed me off a little bit. Criterion, they made Burnout. They made the Burnout series, um, and they said they wanted to make something new. So they decided to move on. Um, well, they were also making Need for Speed, right? They were making the new.
Yeah, they did Need for Speed Most Wanted. Of course, the last one there, Need for Speed Hot
Yeah,
Pursuit, which is probably the most well-regarded Need for Speed in the last several years.
yeah, exactly. So I didn't really enjoy Most Wanted a whole lot. I know Derek finished it, and he so enjoyed it. I think he didn't really enjoy it more. He didn't really enjoy it as much as I thought he would, and I didn't like it at all. So, but it's too bad. It's too bad. That means we probably will not see another Burnout game. So that sucks. That really sucks because Burnout Paradise. I know you weren't fussed on it pretty a whole lot, but
The single player, no. The multiplayer, yes, I liked it though, but I didn't really get into it as much as you did or a lot of people
hmm
did. Like, I never finished the single player though. Like, I wasn't like, oh my god, this is an awesome Burnout, this is the best part Burnout yet.
hmm
It's like, no. Series high for me is 3.
yeah. But it is disappointing that no matter what Burnout you liked, we will not be seeing a Burnout anytime soon. So it's too bad for that.
But I just feel that where can they go with After Paradise? I think that's I feel that's where the peak of that series can go.
hmm
Like they did a open world city
Yeah.
and driving around, crashing and all that. There, like where else could they go with that their franchise?
Yep.
Like they did with that. They tried that little wee this like downloadable game, Burnout Crash,
hmm
which a lot of people it kind of got mixed
Yeah.
reviews.
But
But like that's to me just like yeah, Paradise is probably like the peak of that series can
yeah,
go.
and that's probably why they picked up Need for Speed. So they could uh,
Yeah,
they could do
like
something different, but that didn't seem to be working too well for them because they decided to step away from racing games. So no more Need for Speed, no more Burnout. It's kind
yeah.
of weird.
They're gonna go back to Black 2. They're gonna do Black 2 probably next, I presume.
Yeah, well, they said in the article they say it's not gonna be Black 2. So
Okay, so it's gonna be something different
yep,
then.
it's gonna be something different. I don't know what they're gonna do, but just have to wait and see what's gonna happen with Criterion. And last but not least, I guess bidding for remaining THQ AP closed. So I guess the bidding for the remaining THQ assets has closed. So
Which I think includes Darksiders,
it
doesn't it?
does, yeah. So
So no one picked up Darksiders and did they?
yeah. So 17 final bids for certain IP are expected to bring in between $6 and $7 million when the sales process closes by the end of May. So there's not really any information in this article saying, uh, well, Darksiders was up for bidding. So
It says franchises up for bidding include Darksiders, Red Faction, Homeworld, MX, and various other owned and licensed software, including Destroy All Humans and Supreme Commander.
yeah. So I wonder if somebody picked up. We won't know. We won't know what's going to happen until May, I guess.
I was really sad to see Darksiders up here though, because fuck's sake.
hmm
I know those games didn't sell terribly well, but
It's
I don't
you know
care. Like I love Darksiders. Like I'm probably one of the only few that actually really like Darksiders too, except like myself and
yeah.
Derek. A lot of people felt disappointed with that game.
It's kind of funny seeing some like Red Faction and MX up here because I think MX was a very big series for them, like the MX versus ATV and all that stuff there. I think that
Yeah,
sold
like
through
Red
well.
Faction, I was Volition, and
Yep.
like they don't have it now because they already got Deep Silver already took Volition and Saints
Yep.
Row.
They took Volition and Saints Row. That's pretty much it.
They didn't want the scene. They didn't want to have anything to do with Red Faction
Hmm.
anymore after Armageddon didn't probably kind of blew for them because like a lot of people think that game sucks.
Yeah.
I actually got it on Steam though, but I got it for free pretty much because I just asked for a code because the Rat Baskets were giving away a code on their podcast there, and I just basically asked one on Facebook. Must have been the only ones like, yeah, I'll take it. I don't care if it's not that great though, but hey, it's free.
Sure. Shoot it over here. So we still need to give that code for. We need to give away some stuff. I think this week, right? Yeah, stuff to give
Yeah,
away.
I gave the code to the 2 meter code to Wado
Okay.
anyway, so he has it, and I like downloaded Bioshock Infinite.
Yeah, and I have a code to XCOM Enemy Unknown that I can give away. So we'll have to do that. I don't know if it will be this week or next week or something.
We'll do it next
Next week.
next episode.
Okay. Okay, cool. So that's pretty much it. News-wise, unless you want to add something.
No, there's nothing really I can see here. It says it's just pretty, pretty dead, news week though. Like there's some city updates coming next week.
Yeah, the
So
major one.
that's great for people who care about it.
Yeah,
Eh?
that's the major one, right? The big one. Big SimCity
Yeah.
update. Yeah.
Like there was a new game announced, The Evil Within, by Resident Evil creator Shinji Mikami.
Mhm.
That's coming in 360, PS3, PC, and next gen consoles in 2014. The video for it looked very weird, and screenshots of it look pretty damn creepy.
And
Um,
is it Bethesda that put up like 2 videos on like 2 little videos on what the Vine, like the
yeah, I believe they put up little teaser videos, and also they basically said that they're pretty much done doing stuff for Skyrim.
yeah, and they said it wasn't Fallout 4, so which
No.
is, god damn it.
Yeah, I know you wanted to see another
Oh
Fallout
yeah, I
game.
wanted another Fallout game, but yeah, that's too bad. It's not gonna be Fallout, so kind of waiting to see what they're gonna announce. So, yeah, it doesn't look like Star Wars, so I don't think it will be Star Wars, but we'll just have to wait and see. Um, yeah, I guess that's pretty much it for the news. We have to talk about the launch dates announced or not. um, we're
A few
Yeah,
here.
we're going to go back here because we haven't done a podcast in like a week and a half. So there are a couple here that probably came out already, so or are coming out like next week or something. SimCity on the Mac is coming out June 11th. Tearaway on the Vita is coming out October 22nd.
I'm interested in that there because it looks pretty cool. It's got done by the guys Media Molecule who have done the Little Big Planet
Yep.
games.
Yeah. Shadowrun Returns, which was a Kickstarter, is officially coming out on PC and Mac June 2013. There's no date, no precise date, but
That seems a bit soonish though. Don't know.
yeah, probably it's already done and they were just looking for money to release it. I don't know. I don't know how it's gonna work. Muramasa Rebirth coming out on Wii and
Vita. It's already the Vita because it was already out in the Wii.
okay. Why did it say Wii in the article? What doesn't matter.
She put it there because it's basically just a version of the Wii game.
Okay.
Enhanced version of the game that came out in Wii a few years ago, which I have, which is excellent.
Okay, so it's only coming out on the Vita on June 25th of this year. Flashback coming out on XBLA, PSN, and PC in the summer of 2013.
I think it's a remake,
Yeah,
isn't it?
remake of the original game. Came out mid-80s.
No,
Mid-90s, rather. They're remaking that game into a recent version, I guess. One that we both are looking forward to, Far Cry 3 Blood Dragon,
Blood Dragon.
coming out on 360, PS3, and PC on May 1st, which is
Yeah, it's £12 on PC, so it is. So, and the fact is, it's a standalone game as well. It's not an actual expansion because the fact is you don't need to have
yep.
Far Cry 3 to play it.
You don't need Far Cry 3 to play Blood Dragon, which is pretty cool, and that game looks absolutely nuts and phenomenal and awesome. So, can't wait to see.
I'll be off that week as well, which is great. I can play
Yeah,
it.
that would be cool for you. Minecraft, the Xbox 360 version, is delayed to June 4.
This is the retail version of
Yeah.
it though, since it's already downloadable.
Yeah, the retail version. A game that's out now, well, I guess a DLC that's out now. Forza Horizon 1000 Club expansion pack for the 360, naturally. Came out on April 16th. So that, I think that's challenges. You have challenges in there with a couple of cars, I think. And
I think it's free, that one as well, I
I
believe.
think it is, yeah. It is free.
I haven't played that game
Yeah,
since January.
that's a fantastic game too, so.
Yeah, I loved it though.
Castle of Illusion HD. Coming out on XBLA, PSN, PC, summer of 2013.
Yep, another remake of a 90s game.
Yep.
Disney seem to be getting a lot of Disney seems to be going back to the well there with old Disney games.
Yeah.
First DuckTales, now Castle of Illusion.
Yep. DuckTales and Castle.
Give me Quack Shot.
Well, it's probably going to be coming sometime down the line, so.
Or Land of Illusion give me a Land of Illusion a remake of it for the Sega Master System. 'Cause that's my favorite Illusion game. I love that one.
Oh, there have been a couple of Illusion games?
Yeah, there's Castle of Illusion, there's been World of Illusion, which was Mickey Mouse and Donald Duck. There's been Land of Illusion on the Sega Master System, and I think there was Island of Illusion on the Master System as well.
Okay.
I think it was Island of Illusion. I'll check here though, but continue on.
Okay, NHL 14, announced for the 360 and PS3 September 10th, which I found kind of weird because the hockey season isn't even over yet, and they're announcing NHL 14, which is kind of weird, but, I don't know what they're going to do, what will be new in this version of the game, but we'll just have to wait and see. FIFA 14, naturally, coming out on the 360, PS3, and PC, September 2013.
Which was sold by the bucket load.
Yeah, pretty much. Gears of War Judgment Call to Arms DLC, coming out on the 360 on April 23rd, which is next week. And rounding it all off is Jack and Daxter Collection, coming out on Vita, June 2013. So that's pretty much it. That's what's been announced in the last 10 days or so. Maybe a little bit more than 10 days. So there you go. That's pretty much. Do you have something you want to add to that, or no?
No, just looking here and see where that game is now. I'm pretty sure there was one on the Master System. Another one after Land of Illusion.
The Illusion series, you mean? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Legend of Illusion, that was it. Not Land of Illusion, Island of Illusion, Legend of Illusion, that's it.
Okay.
Just completely forgot the name of it though.
Do you think they're going to release all of the Illusion ones?
Nah, I don't think so, because Castle of Illusion's the one that most people regard as the best.
Okay.
I have it on. I have the original one on the Mega Drive anyway. Thing is that the Mega Drive version is a Master System version, and they're both pretty different anyway, of course.
Okay.
And there's World of Illusion, which is Mickey Mouse and Donald Duck, which is a pretty cool game.
Yeah.
And like I said, Land of Illusion is my favorite one. Legend of Illusion, I've never actually didn't realize that existed until a few years back when I seen a ROM for it.
Mm-hmm.
So
Disney saw that their Epic Mickey games weren't making a whole lot of cash.
yeah, it seemed that way. It's they're not doing that great though. So let's just go and get this developer and go back to the where Disney games were pretty kick-ass. Because back then, Disney games were pretty
Yeah.
kick-ass. Like the Illusion games are great though, and the Mickey Magical Quest one on the Super Nintendo is great as well, and DuckTales on the NES is great, and the Donald Duck games like Lucky Dime Caper on the Master System, I like that game, and pretty cool games as well. So
Yeah, but they're probably going to go back to the well and, get those games out. Classics that people can enjoy.
yeah, it depends. So they might be releasing go back to Chippendale Rescue Rangers if DuckTales does pretty good for them.
Yeah.
Pretty good for you know when it comes out.
I
Apparently.
think DuckTales should sell pretty well. I think they'll do well.
Yeah, I'll be getting it though because I really like DuckTales.
Yeah, that was a great game. It was a pretty great game. So I think that's it for this week. Unless you want to add something else, I think we're pretty
I
far
just want to
along.
say, have you checked this guy called Smooth McGroove on YouTube?
Nope, don't know who that is.
I only encountered him there, I think last week now. He basically is this guy who does these a cappella versions of video game themes.
Okay.
He did one there for Guile's theme from Street Fighter 2,
Mm-hmm.
and I thoroughly recommend you check his channel out. He's done one for that. He did one there a few days ago of Wily's stage from Mega Man 2. And he's done one for like Legend of Zelda, the overworld theme in the first game, Gerudo's Valley, Bloody Tears from Castlevania, certain other Mega Man ones, Final Fantasy ones as well. He's very very good though. I just have to
Mm-hmm.
say.
I'll check him out. I'll see. I like checking out some good channels. So
Yeah, he's pretty awesome. No, I already counted him there. Someone like tweeted about him there, and I checked out the video and I was like, yep, this guy's pretty
I think it
awesome.
was Derek that tweeted. No?
No, someone else in
Okay.
mine.
Okay.
So it wasn't Derek now.
I'll check it out. So you'll send me his name on Skype so I don't forget.
Yeah, give you a link to the video
Okay.
when we're done here.
Okay, perfect. So I guess that rounds off everything this week. We'll try to be back next weekend. Darren will be on vacation by then, so
Yeah, I'll be off the next 3 Saturdays now. I'll be off the next 2 full weekends now.
yeah. So
My holiday starts
yeah.
Friday.
I don't know what's gonna happen. I don't think my dad's gonna get his surgery like right away, but that's gonna come somewhere down the line, and I'm not sure if I'm gonna be able to do the podcast for a little bit, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes at that time. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Well, I should be available next weekend. I don't think he's gonna go in this soon. So anyway, I'll keep people posted on what's going on. So thank you for joining us this week. You can, as usual, leave us reviews on iTunes. Check us out on iTunes, of course. Follow us on Twitter. I'm DBoyDen.
I'm DowM85.
And you can check out Gigastorm Z, Derek, and our channel, well, our profile on Twitter, United Gamedom. You can check out the United Gamedom channel on YouTube. Am I missing something?
Nope.
That's pretty much it. I'm not going to talk about the Facebook thing because I tried closing it, but I don't know how to do it. So
Yeah.
it
Okay.
just says leave group, so I don't think that's it. So I'm gonna have to.
Nah, you have to. I don't know if you can. You have to try go online to say, okay, how do I close this?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to check maybe in the FAQs of Facebook to see how we close a group or something. So I'll try to do that.
Because it's pretty much
Yeah, it's
dead.
pretty much dead. So it's good. Yeah, nothing has been going on in that group for I don't know how long. Maybe I'll wait until E3 or something, but I'll see. Anyway, that's pretty much it for this week. Thanks for joining us this week. Thank you, Darren, for being
Thank you, Dennis.
there with me for this podcast, which we thought would be less than 3 hours, but I don't think that's gonna happen. It's gonna be less than 3.
It's just under 3 hours though, but like we went on a nearly 50-minute tangent at the start
Yeah.
though, so that didn't help
Yep,
matters.
exactly. So it's impossible for us to do a less than 3 hour podcast. So
But we talked different stuff, about games.
yeah, we went on different tangents. So I
Also, the fact is, we haven't even mentioned a series that I've been watching since it came back on and all.
oh yeah, we haven't even talked about Game of Thrones. So
We'll leave that till next
yeah,
week.
and we still need to do our. I don't know if we're gonna do it, but our spoiler cast for.
Nah, problems is trying to get people together on dates. Though that's just the problem. Scheduling.
Yeah, scheduling the whole thing.
Damn scheduling problems.
Yeah, we.
Like my weekends, like start of the week, pretty much.
Mhm. And we don't work in video game sites, so it's kind of hard to get everybody, ready and willing to go at the same time. So
Yeah, and I want to get a few more guests on as well. I'm gonna ask 2 people, this week if they're interested. Though I'll probably get either no reply or just a decline though,
hmm
because fortunately I have no one else now other than those two. I have no one else who's like ready to come
yeah,
on.
and we're still waiting the return of Derek. So don't know when Derek's gonna come back, but
If he
if he
does,
does, yeah. So we'll have to wait and see on that. But anyway, we've been gone on long enough, I think. So thank you for joining us this week, and keep on listening. Have a great week. Bye bye.
arrivederci.